All right, dude. Old person filter. I love these things. Oh, dude. That's great. Oh, let me try. Let me try.
Eamon, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You made coffee.
Yeah.
By the way, this is the first time you came home from Sweden, went to bed immediately. I was the only one that saw you. And then you made coffee right before.
Yeah.
And this tastes like you shat inside of the coffee pot.
Did you poop in the coffee pot?
I had the coffee. It was normal. I think you didn't pour out your old coffee.
No, I did. I cleaned it out. Taste it.
I had his.
There's a conspiracy
I don't like
afoot.
swell cups.
Yeah, you've been talking shit. Why you been talking that good?
I've been awake in this house for about 120 minutes today, and I'm already facing accusations.
I'm just saying you
adversity.
made my day worse.
Look, you left
in that short time.
You left, and there's a lot of built-up tension because we had nowhere to let it all go.
Yeah.
So now that you're back, we just we missed you, and we have to
the
let you know.
thunderstorm is here, and the lightning rod is out.
And on that note, welcome to the yard, everybody.
Welcome to the yard.
It's episode 10.
Is it?
We're in
No,
double
no.
digits.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's 9.
No,
It's not.
It's 9.
No, it's fucking episode
I
10.
bet you it's
I
9.
don't
Wait,
believe-
it's definitely 10.
It's 10. You guys
I-
are smoking
The
dick
last
and
one was
weed.
9.
I don't
Wasn't
bel-
Stavros?
It's 10. It's
Okay,
10.
Zipper said
Zipper
it's
says it's 10.
Zipper says
God
it's 10.
damn it. I upload all the episodes.
Whoa.
You think
I
Zipper
do
doesn't know?
a lot of work.
Okay, I also work as hard in.
You
as
just
much.
don't believe me.
No.
I like challenging you. It improves you as a human.
We're in double digis.
Question everything.
That's fantastic. I'm very happy to be here.
Also, 10 episodes where Coinbase hasn't left us yet.
Let's go. What is that?
Wait, don't give
Sorry,
Coinbase
sorry,
a hand.
I
I was just mimicking
My
you.
bad.
That's
He knows the brand.
No, I can give Coinbase some trash. They did a Mr. Beast partnership. He's got like a $100,000 giveaway. They have a code for him.
Dude.
10 weeks they can't get a code for us.
Well, that's James. Okay, James gets
Yeah.
a code.
Dude,
He's a big dog.
Ludwig doesn't get a code.
let me
James gets
tell
a
you.
code.
Okay, I haven't told you guys this. Jimmy does have a way with words and forcing people to do things.
Well,
Is it? By the way, Jimmy James.
His
no,
name
it's-
is Jimmy.
It's Jordan.
Jimmy's a short. It's a
Okay.
nickname for
J-
James,
it's
right?
Jim
Did
Lee.
you know that?
Jimmy being
Uh,
tied into James.
No, Jimmy is a short name for James. Did you know that?
Always.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was
It's like
just like
Dick
sometimes.
and Richard.
I don't think that's
No.
true. I don't think that's true.
What are you saying no for?
I've
I don't
heard
think that's
that-
true.
Guys,
It is true, but I think some people are now named
Some people.
Jim at
Some
birth.
people are.
No,
Jim,
yeah, it's fine. But I'm just saying, James, it's like Bob and Robert. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's
No,
this-
I
it's this-
Is
understand
this
it.
true?
The
Yeah,
difference.
This is true.
The difference is
Jimmy
that
and
I didn't
James?
understand it
Jimmers.
was like that every time because some people have those two names.
You can be a
separately.
Jimmy with no relation to James. Do you understand?
Could be you could just be a Jim.
But if you're a James, you always have the option as a sub-level
Yeah.
to be a Jim.
It's like all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. All Jameses are Jimmys, but not all Jimmys are Jameses.
Is
like-
this the episode where we bond? God, I wanna
Add that to
fucking
the
kiss
DAB
you on your
spreadsheet.
lips.
Add that to the DAB
Kiss me on my
spreadsheet.
lips. Ah! I did it for the first time. I didn't do it on Off the Sticks years ago, and I finally did it.
Did you see his face during that?
That was the
yeah.
first time I
Can
ever
we get a
kissed.
slow mo of his face going?
That was the first time I ever kissed a man on the lips.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
As
at
some
31.
Yeah.
as someone who
I've
has kissed Ludwig twice,
I've never done it.
did you feel a sensation through your whole body?
I don't. I just feel more comfortable from here
Hey,
on out.
In
I
3
see.
hours, your pee-pee will be hard. It's a
like
slow
It's
react.
like poison.
Yeah.
Dude, this is gonna be the easiest view farm of my life.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
be in
saying.
the lab. Ludwig and Slime kiss thumbnail. Oh, it's so
It's a
free.
farm now.
Yeah, that
That's
is
so
free.
free.
It's a farm.
All right, so let's
Jimmy.
let's hop to content. Let's talk about Jimmy. I didn't tell you guys this. I am going to see him this weekend.
Really?
So this is what happens. He
It's like Ray
calls
seeing
me.
Luke.
He calls me on the phone. He says, "Come to North Carolina tomorrow." This is Friday. I'm like,
What?
"No, I can't go tomorrow." He's like, "Why not?" And I'm like,
Good
"I
question.
have
You
stuff
know what?
to do."
He's a grinder. You're not a fucking grinder.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to bring up excuses. I'm like, I have this guy. I got the podcast. He goes, "Bring your podcast."
Oh,
And it's like,
What?
you know,
well,
normally
Should've
as a
told
human, you
I'll
like, you'd
skip
be like,
Riptide. Fuck
you know,
it, dude.
your mind goes to like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But he's like, no, there are no problems that cannot be solved with the money in my bank account.
That's 100% true. Did I ever tell you?
That guy rules.
When I moved to LA, I was looking for a place, and there was a place in K-Town. It was like a studio apartment for like $900. You know how it goes. It's actually pretty good now. And then the landlord was like this greasy like guy from some like, I don't know, some European nation that I could never find on a map. But he was basically saying, it was between me and another person that was trying to rent the place. He's like, can you pay like, a couple months up front, and I had savings because I was moving here. I was like, yeah, I could do that, but like, is that a problem? Like, is that okay? And he said, listen, there's no problem in this world that can't be solved by money. If it can be solved by money, it's not a problem. And that was like the first thing I ever heard from another adult in
Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And that person, Mr. Beast.
He was your landlord.
Yeah, he's actually
His
bald.
European
And
landlord.
he's from Turkmenistan. People don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's true.
I'm
What
going.
I'm saying is true.
It was funny. Even that, I was like, I'll come next weekend, which I thought was like very short turnaround still.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, I'm not used to people telling me no. I was like, bro, we're talking a weekend. And then he says the most ominous thing ever. He says, bring Bitcoin when you're here. I have a fun game.
Dude,
What?
you're gonna wake up in a cell with a box, with a box on your head.
I put Ludwig in a cell for 50 hours and told him to decode this blockchain.
He's slowly devolving into YouTube's Jigsaw. Like,
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
terrifying.
Well,
Yeah.
Ludwig, you thought the plan was simple. Now the plan is complex.
Dude,
You have
Dude,
5 minutes
this
to
is-
escape this water chamber.
This is 2020's Videodrome. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
he will be the man at the wheel.
What would if Ludwig was in a Saw like puzzle? What would his like the monologue he hears be?
He has
Like,
to reply to everyone that he's ever ghosted in his life, and he can't do it fast enough.
No, yeah, it's like, oh, Ludwig, you have never replied to anyone ever, even your best friends that care about you a lot.
Yeah.
Now you're about to find out when replying is really necessary.
Dude, I had a nightmare when I
Reply
was.
to every requested Twitter DM.
I had a
Which
ni-
you can DM one of us here at the yard if you ever want to talk to us.
Aiden!
Hey!
Yay!
Any one of us.
You've gained more followers from this. Probably.
Sure.
Maybe?
No more than he would have, I don't think.
Yeah.
So play your own Jigsaw game at home. If Aiden doesn't reply to you, pretend in your mind that you've died. And so,
no,
and so
no.
every time he doesn't say anything back, you're dead, and he has to live with that on his conscience, and he loses a limb.
there's this,
What?
There's one dude. There's one guy who I'm thinking of right now who sends me a GIF of Wubby every single day at 3 p.m. and says,
Dude.
"Have a cheesy day." And he has done this for over a month.
Okay. Over a month.
That guy's not funny, but that's funny when you tell it to me.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
It's
can't,
weird.
I can't
it's
explain that.
funnier now that we have stakes, because presumably he will no longer be able to send these messages after tomorrow.
Okay.
Because
You
I
said
have not replied.
Oh,
over
sure,
a month.
yeah.
This user who just deleted their account, so I can bring this up now. They just deleted this account. If you can get a zoom here, I think this polls, right? Okay, ready? Watch this.
Oh.
I am
Oh
scrolling
my-
through daily DMs that have been going on for the past 2 years.
Dude,
Oh
your life
my
is miserable.
God.
This is daily DMs, and I replied to one a month in, hoping that they would be like, finally,
Yeah.
closure. It did nothing. It just gave me the alert now because they were in my main inbox.
Oh.
But it has been going on since literally
Did their account-
November 2019.
Did their account get deleted?
I don't know if their account got deleted or they deleted it. It says user not found, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
Jesus Christ.
If you were a woman, your head would be on someone's shelf right now.
Dude, I am so happy I'm not a woman.
Hey, we got too boys clubby
All right,
last time.
Say that a little softer.
Okay, I am happy I'm not a woman because of the treatment that they undergo at
And-
and
And I love being a dude.
Welcome to the Dude
and I
Cast.
also yeah. I
Why is
think
this so morning zoo right
Dudes rule.
I was gonna say, can I get a dude's rock right now?
now? This is so morning zoo.
No, I'm saying it's like way harder. If I was the same exact thing I am right now, but a woman, my life would be 10 times worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many
for sure.
fucked up DMs a day do you think like Valkyrie gets?
We got so far away from something, and I forgot what it was.
Nothing really. I was just going to see Mr. Beast.
That's cool.
So you
Yeah.
don't know what's gonna
Hey,
happen
so
at all.
So
I
when
am
he-
just going to hang out.
So when he was like, bring the podcast, you were like, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, what the
they're
fuck was that?
coming. Or
Okay, well, that
wanna
was
meet
part of a
James.
conversation where he said, just come for the month because I'm leaving to go film a video in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And so just come till I go there. And I'm like, when you're going there? He said 20 days. And I said, no, I have a podcast. And he said, just bring it. And I was like, I have a girlfriend. He's like, just bring her. And
Yeah.
it's like, just like everything, just bring smile face.
Look, I'm on Jimbo's wave. Just bring it, dude.
yeah.
Let's all go. Let's all.
Jim,
let's
I have
all
no
go.
Jim and
idea what to
I
expect.
agree.
Dude,
Well,
I
wait,
watched
this
his.
is where you flip the script. You say, all right, Jimmy, maybe next time you come to Italy with us.
He probably would.
He'd be so bored. he'd be like, "Oh, the boot. I've been there 17
Dude,
times."
that's a great guess. Tell him come to Italy
You know
with
what's
us.
crazy, dude?
Be on the yard.
He scrapped. There's a video he made about which videos he never uploaded,
Mhm.
and one of them he sent all of his like group to the 7 Wonders of the World, and he didn't upload this video, but he did pay for the flights, and they went there and they filmed being
Yeah.
at one of the Wonders of the World, which I guess is just boring because you just like there's the pyramid.
Well, you gotta have them like all jerk off at the same time.
Yeah, and that
It's like the
Yeah.
Fifth Element.
Yeah.
it's
No, he's
diff-
right.
I
And
don't
then
think
big
he's right.
beacons-
Don't
He's
say
so
right.
right.
Big
He's
beacons
definitely
fall
not
from the
right.
sky.
No, I get
And
you.
What
it's
is
the end
that
of Blue
even
Gender.
mean? You're
Because-
why are you using 2 movies?
Oh well, Blue Gender's an anime.
Okay.
But basically, it's like you jerk off at the same time at all the 7 wonders of the world, and then beacons come out, and then it forms a ring around the planet, and that's how we protect ourselves.
See, our
Yeah.
friend group couldn't do this, like the whole going to 7 Wonders and filming thing, because like Aiden would come back with no footage. He'd just be like, "Yeah, I I didn't find a lot of time to shoot, but I met a lot of cool people."
He'd come back with like an
and-
Egyptian dude he met.
He's like, "Yeah, and this is Stavros. I just met this guy."
He was just there.
or you'd have a pet camel now.
Okay, so I've been waiting to tell you guys this about the trip. So I just got back from Sweden today, and I've never done this before, and this happened on the first day I got there. So I get to like the Sweden airport. I take the train. I fucking get to Leffen's house because I stayed with him for most of the time, and then we just like I think we went out like a little bit. We get food, like just catch up a bit, and then I go and take a nap. We head back out. We go to like a really nice place. We start getting a little drunk. We go to a bar, and it's a group of us sitting around like this table, and we're just like getting I don't know. I'm exhausted, but I'm like getting increasingly intoxicated. Like I haven't been this fucked up in I don't know, maybe since like Austin.
And
Hell
it's
yeah,
it's
brother.
also the real you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm fucked up, everybody should know that when I'm fucked up, I'm the real me.
Yeah,
That's
So
so
that's
true.
that's like a really big part of
That's
it.
facts.
it's just like it's who you are.
Yeah. And so when we're sitting there and at some point these two like women walk in and they're clearly older. They're clearly like in the range of like 35 to 50.
Okay, so
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a huge range.
That's
That is
such
a
a
huge
gigantic-
range.
I can't if I had to guess, I'd say early 40s.
That's,
Like,
crazy. You could not tell the difference between a 35-year-old and
yeah,
a
what do you
50-year-old.
think? How old do you think I am?
I don't know, like what, like 43?
Also, that's the nice way of saying like someone is old, and like the Eamon way of saying it.
Yeah.
Like, what would?
They look older. They look
It's like
old.
like a grandma. She's like,
Yeah.
you look 20 to 78.
You
Anywhere
look
in that
so
range.
You
good.
look like you could be in this 50-year range.
You're a live human.
You could pass as born in the 20th century, like easy, late or
so,
early.
So you see these 2 old, decrepit grandmothers
They're not decrepit.
that look
They're
like
just
the look
older.
like the worm from SpongeBob.
well, you saw the 2 women from ABBA.
So two women come down to the club in automated stairs. Like they're sitting down in a
Slowly.
seat and slowly coming to the,
and it's just
the
like
first floor. They have milk of magnesia in their left hand, and they have a life alert around their neck.
And Eamon says, "Oh hi, Eamon."
And,
You guys want to do ketamine?
Just say, hey, what's up? Do you want to like build some IKEA furniture or something? We can like go outside.
Ed-
No, but we're just sitting there, and they're at a table like across from us on their own. There's other people in the bar too, but and they're
Fuck
clearly
these
having
old
like
women.
they're
Fucking
very
did
very good.
you
like,
got wobbly
night-
aged by 2
Yeah.
ancient Scandinavians
That's
with strap-ons.
crazy.
And the thing was, they had the early bird wristbands, so
Yeah.
they actually got free drinks. for the
Yeah,
whole-
they got
yeah.
chicken fried steak, and then they fucked the shit out
Did
of
you
Eamon.
eat their pube like Midsommar?
I did have a separate conversation.
Yeah.
Cut the clip. Cut the clip.
No,
Right.
getting to another sentence.
Cut the clip.
I did have a conversation with just like my friends there, and I was like, "Do you understand like the cultural significance of Midsommar in America? Because it's like the average American does not know a lot about you guys. Like we know IKEA." Meatballs, and now, like 20-some-year-old girls like are like Midsommar, and that's like
Yeah.
fucking sick.
I haven't seen the movie, so out of context, so I only know the first 2.
Midsommar might have outdone Zlatan.
Yeah, that we
It's
actually
possible.
made this comparison.
I don't
Did
know
you?
what that is.
Because they were talking about like who is our most prolific
Human.
like entertainer or
Yeah.
just person out right now, and they were like it's probably Zlatan.
It is.
And then I was talking to
Who is
He's
that?
a footballer.
really good
soccer player.
Yeah,
From Sweden. He played in LA.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
if
on
he
LA's
was
team.
if he was top 100 melee, who would he be?
He'd be like number 8, top 10 probably.
Yeah.
It'd be like the nun of.
Sure.
Okay,
The
I'm
nun,
on board.
Yes.
That's actually a
The
really
nun of
apt
football.
comparison
Yeah.
because he also plays cool
No,
and he has a sick bicycle kick moment. He's
And
like tall
he
and a
does.
Chad. All his interview moments are goated.
He's like the Koopa kid in Mario Strikers. You know?
I lost him
I
too.
don't get
I
that
lost
one.
him
I don't
too.
get
this
that
is
one.
a role reversal. He's the dipshit.
Message at Falco on Twitter.
Who we looking at?
loser.
Oh, that guy sucks, dude.
All right,
That's
this is
crazy.
we got 2 Mimas
What a great
in
time
the
for me.
building.
Yeah, and they're clearly having a very good time. And after like 15 minutes or so, they wander over to our table to say hi,
Hedge.
and they just say, "Hedge."
That's H-E-J.
It's
Swedish.
pronounced hey,
They
but
say come
Yeah,
over and they say
don't say.
they don't
hedge.
say hedge.
hedge.
They don't say hedge.
They say, "Can you find young men help me down these steps?"
I'm trying to get
Hey,
crunk,
Dor.
bitch.
They're just talking to us.
Uh-huh.
But they once they start talking to me, they realize like where I'm from because
Uh-huh.
I cannot speak Swedish.
Mhm.
And one of them is immediately like eyes like locked on me, like
Ow!
blind.
Yeah.
And
She's the cartoon.
American jerky.
No. That's okay. All right.
Okay.
And I'm like
You
talking
guys don't know what
back.
it's like when you go
We
to
get you
Sweden.
hate Sweden, but
You
that's
don't
not
know
what their
it's
people
like.
sound
That's what
like.
they do when you go, bro.
Somehow this is racist. what
You
you're
end up
doing.
in
Yeah,
Malmo?
racist towards Swedes.
And they start sucking down American teat.
What
that
do you know
true?
about Malmo?
Bro, I know enough.
You been to Malmo?
I haven't yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Continue.
They and I'm just like talking back and forth where she's older, but I would say she's good looking. Like I
What
think
does that
she's
mean?
attractive.
I would say that. Does that mean you have high or low standards?
Would I
of
not
beauty?
say that? Or would Slime not say that?
I would say she's good looking. It's a
You
weird. It's a weird qualifier.
No, because I think it's just like an opinion based thing.
Okay.
Normally, a man who's as young as he is would not find a woman as decrepit and old as she
Yeah.
is to be
Right.
attractive.
Okay.
In that stage of her life.
Yeah. So you find this hospice person who escaped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said your
let's
gown
just
looks
say that.
lovely
Let's just
right
say
now.
that.
Yeah,
And
I was just in
I
triage for
walk up-
COVID.
I walk up.
Dude, the fucking chapter marker for this story is going to be the entire episode in the YouTube. It's just us berating Aiden, not letting him finish it.
Eamon fucks a gilf in parentheses.
I
not
walk
able
up to the
finish.
bar, and I'm there with I'm still talking to her, and the other her friend is also talking to me, but she doesn't seem she seems like friendly, but like definitely not interested.
Her and
But
her husband have been together like 40 years, so.
Yeah. I
Sacred
can't
bond.
stip on that.
Yeah.
You know, I would never home wreck. So
Yeah.
Well.
Well.
Again.
Well,
Continue, please.
we won't get into that.
and but the first woman is like starting to get a little grabby, and
Oh.
like there is another woman at the
No.
bar, and she starts talking to me at the same time.
Is
and it
she
becomes,
also
like, this back and forth.
79?
She's younger, but
Okay.
she's older
Her
than me,
daughter.
but she's younger. She looks like she's like early 30s.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she starts like it kind of joins in our conversation, and it's me and the two of them like talking, and it's like obviously flirting, like even for my like brain dead fucking
In English
perception
or
of these
Swedish?
things. In English,
And they're
What-
double teaming you. Are they acknowledging each other?
You guys look like you're trying to.
no, they're
You look like you're trying to sneak into an R-rated movie. These are my mothers. I would like one ticket to the boobs
these are
one.
my three mothers.
The boobs one, please.
and the first woman is starting to like allude that she wants to go somewhere, but her friend is like, we gotta go, like we gotta head out of this bar. She's like out the door, she's calling her friend out, and then she says we like say bye. She leaves, and I just keep talking to this
the
third
young one.
person, to this
Yeah.
slightly
The
younger
new
person
Who's still old as fuck.
who I find out is 33.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you
Old
asked.
as-
Because you were like, I'm tired of this shit. How old are all
No,
of you
I didn't
here?
ask. I didn't ask. She brought it up
Mm.
because she asked how old I was, and I was just honest. So.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, and I
Imagine you lie.
Implying that
I'm
you
31.
Is there any world where saying like 24, 25 is a miss?
Yeah.
I don't
no.
think so. I think it's the
No,
prime
maybe not.
age.
But
No,
you
maybe
can be
not.
young enough where you have to use the line "old enough for you."
No.
that would never work.
I'll tell you
it
why.
works against pedophiles.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
no.
It doesn't work against
No,
pedophiles.
it would thwart them.
Yeah.
No.
The seven wonders. All right, go on.
It's the age thing comes up later in like a really dumb way. she
Chris Hansen has a
she
sniper
asks
rifle.
she
aimed at this club.
asks if I wanna leave, and I'm like, oh, you wanna go to your place? And she's like, well, no, I just broke up with my ex-boyfriend, and I still live with him. And
Okay.
I'm like, okay, well, I'm staying with my friends, and I'm pretty sure that they won't let me like do
Yeah.
this there.
It's-
And she's like, you should ask.
Wow.
So I go over.
That's crazy.
I go over to the table. And
Aiden's got an up-tucked boner.
I lean over. It's like it's me and Leffen is across from me. Everybody else around the booth, right? And I look at Leffen and I place my hands on the table, and I was
I
like,
can see this.
she wants to hook up at your place. Please say no.
Really?
And he's like, yeah, no. Like, there's like hotels nearby, and Leffen starts looking up hotels
You're like,
on
no,
his
no,
phone.
no, you don't get it. I don't want to do that, right? Because you don't want to.
No, I was kind of fighting because if she just said, "Oh yeah, we can go to mine," I would have just said yes.
I imagined what
But
you
you didn't
want
want to do all the hassle. I got it.
Oh,
I got it,
shit.
sweetheart.
I imagined what you were gonna say when you went up. You put your hands on the table. You're like, I must bust.
Because I think I phrased it in a way where it's like you can say no, but in a way where like if you suddenly changed your
Oh.
mind, I think I'd do it.
Okay,
Like,
I understand.
But for context, this is like I would say on like a scale of who I'm typically attracted to, maybe she's
On the younger end.
She's a little lower
Yeah.
lower on it.
wow. Yeah,
But-
and you said it was a boys' club, and now here you are telling
I-
this hard
hold on.
three that you don't want her. You weird old Swedish
Telling
women.
That's
this,
not what I
this
said.
soft four.
That's not what I
this,
said.
This poor soft four.
Sing Mamma Mia again, you bat.
But in my head, I'm like, she's still cute, like, and I'm fucking in Sweden. Like, this would be cool. This would be fun. And I've told you this before, but when I'm really drunk, I think
You're the
Nick
real you,
Nick
and?
just killed
I just
Nick just killed
murdered
a
a
fly.
fly.
That was
For the
spot
bug zapper.
on.
No, no,
That
no.
was
No,
good.
I wait for no one.
Should have waited.
He's
for the
better
I'm
than the
that was
he's better than
fantastic.
That's
machine.
the real bug zapper.
That was
This
good
is man versus
execution.
machine.
Elon won't beat us.
He needs to prove we don't need that.
Yeah,
when
and
the
your
apocalypse
balls.
comes.
So the result
Yeah.
is you don't go with her?
So hold on, I feel like I had like the next step in like what happened, and now I can't remember.
You said it'd be fun. You're in Sweden.
Oh, I was gonna provide the context of like so when I'm drunk, I'm like the easiest person alive. I will if I'm wasted. This is probably maybe a bad thing to put out there, but if I'm wasted and you ask me to have sex with you, I will probably say yes.
Wow,
I
okay.
will.
Only 15 after telling people to DM you. Wow. Bold man.
And if you're over the age of 22, like
Yeah.
it's,
No, it sounds like you're soliciting the bat signal to be like it's a yard-shaped
No,
signal.
no,
You're like, if I'm drunk, I will fuck you, dude.
no, I'm just explaining this.
No, okay, I will back this up. Eamon,
You see a cloud in the sky that kind of looks like shingles. I should call him.
I need Tom. I will back this up. Eamon, when he's drunk, is very enjoyable and he's very like huggy. Like if you're
he
his
just
friend.
he just crab walks around and he wants to dance with you.
Yeah, and he's like a big teddy bear, and it's actually very fun. He's very sweet.
But yeah, so
33-year-old.
I'm
You're
down.
easy to fuck.
I think what I'm saying is, if I was sober, I would not have done this. Like,
Okay.
100%, I would have said no.
Okay.
But I'm like, okay, there's a hotel nearby. And I told her, I was like, well, there's a place across the street. I will do this. I've never booked a hotel to have sex with somebody in my life. Like, but
Yeah.
this will be my first night in
That's
Sweden.
like what
I'll go
cheaters
do.
do in movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is-
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
It feels-
cinematic.
You're going to
feels-
your first Motel 6.
It feels weird in a way, but I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
Stockholm?
This is like funny. This is it's in
Okay.
Stockholm.
And you had some extra rupees, and you're like, let's do this.
They don't use rupees.
Yeah, the rupees.
What do they use?
Yeah,
Kroner.
he smashed some
the
pots in
pounds.
the corner of the club and got some green
Pounds.
rupees.
Quid.
So you get the
Hey,
hotel.
can I buy you a drink?
I just knocked over a couple flower pots in the bar, and it's just like, oh, money.
you
That's
bought
what
the
the social programs do. They just put little bits of money around the.
Did
Yeah.
you buy it or have it her split?
I ended up buying it.
Okay.
But he was like, can you
but-
Venmo me?
How
But
for
much?
we
that?"
go. Hold on. We go to this first hotel, which is right next to the bar.
Wait, first
And
hotel?
They say exactly, and they say, "Well, we can't." It's like past 1 a.m., and they're like, "Well, we can't like book any rooms right now."
I work night audit, and it's a pain in the ass to have someone come after the audit, which is usually at midnight.
Okay, that's probably why.
Yeah.
and oh, we're like, oh, okay. And in my head, it's got to be like, this is over. Like that, we gave it a good try, and she's like, no, we'll try another
This
place.
is her kink. Her kink is getting rejected at hotels. She
Yeah,
knows which ones
honestly,
will reject
You
her.
expected just to like be like Mario getting hit by something and then just be like, and then you wake up at Leffens.
But I actually had like 3 mushrooms
Yeah.
worth of getting hit by something.
He's fire flowered.
Yeah.
Because I find
He
like
goes down one.
She's like, I don't know about this anymore.
I'm ready to go home, like or go back to the bar, because at this point they're still all there, and we head up the street and we're like talking, and a really annoying thing, and all people, I think this happens specifically with men and women, but when older women like date or hook up with like men who are younger with them, even if it's a few years, they just talk about it the whole time.
Yes, that's true.
And
it's
it's all-
annoying.
And so while we're
Right,
going,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
No.
there you go.
Remember that one time?
Right.
Hey,
that was
never
crazy.
forget that.
Well, I mean,
That's all that we got.
no, but he understands. He knows what I'm talking
it's
about.
They're just very self-conscious, and they want to they would like reassurance, and like often you give them the reassurance, like, no, I find you attractive, like this is great, this is a
The
good
dentures
time.
don't bother me.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's,
and they just it is a thing.
I was almost doing the opposite in a way, because I was like, anytime she brought up the idea of this being weird, I would just be like, yeah, we don't have to do this. Like, if you want to head home, that's like cool. Like, I would just say that.
It sounds like just a ringing endorsement. You're like, I want to go back to my friends so bad. We don't have to do this.
But she would just like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, okay.
I
And then,
love the idea of this woman being like, so why are you in Sweden? And he's like, all right, so there's this guy named Ken. And so Ken said, if you grab someone, they can't move.
Yeah,
and then
throw them
Ken,
up.
And then Ken starts losing to these guys, and they're called like the 5 gods, right? And then finally there's this like little Swedish kid, and he gets really
He's
good
right there.
really
He's
fast.
right here. He's-
He has more followers than Young Lean.
Does he actually?
He did.
Oh,
Well,
I believe that.
go on.
So we this becomes an escapade where we go up one street all the way, like a long walk to another hotel. It's got to be like 15 minutes. They won't take us either. She's like, we got to go to the other one. We go all the way back to a third hotel. They won't take us either. And at this point, I'm like, this is it. Like
You're going on a
I'm
man's
done.
quest for pussy.
I'm done. Like, I'm talking to her. I've been drunk enough to like keep going on this journey. And she must want to have sex like really badly for us to have spent this much
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
hotel hopping.
Post-breakup.
Well, if you've ever watched Harold and Kumar, it ends good. So
Yeah,
you're
well,
gonna get it if you keep
and
it.
she's got like 45 minutes till she's not able to childbear anymore. so.
Right? Yeah. Maybe that's
oh,
why.
that cuts deep.
You know what?
That's
45 from
deep.
menopause.
That's too.
It's really
that's too dark.
It's interesting. There's no Swedish like social system for like her situation where you break up with somebody but you still kind of like live with them.
Yeah.
Like the government should be like, hey, you don't have to. We have a place for you to stay just so it's not awkward. So you
Yeah.
can like
Yeah.
fuck people.
You would
Swedish
expect
social
Sweden to
net
be a
falls
country
short.
that would give you that.
There's no shot that
Um,
Lefton has more followers than Young Lean.
Not anymore. I just
No
like,
way.
Yeah, I don't.
You only a bit.
Finish this out, King.
Okay, so the final step of this is I'm ready. She must give up at this point. Like I'm ready to walk back. I'm ready for her to like cut the whole thing off. She's talking to this woman at the front desk in Swedish.
Yeah,
And then she comes back to me and she's like, "Oh, they have a hotel where they can like book us. They just called us an Uber. It'll take us there." And I'm like, "All right." And I get in the car, we get to the hotel, we like book a night there. I end up paying for it after she had said like 50 times that like, I'll pay for the room. And I'm just like, I'm paying for this, which is, that's part of the course of the story.
How
or
many
whatever,
kroners?
Right? How many? It was at like $170 for the night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Over 1,000 kroner.
So,
was
and we hooked up. Honestly, it was great. She was nice. Like it was the whole evening's like cool. And we come out the next
No.
next morning, because it was dark when we got there. I don't know Stockholm. I've been in this city for fucking 12, 16 hours. And I walk out of the hotel, and we're just in like the most industrial area. There was an airport, like some weird airport across the street, but not the airport that I flew into. There's no apartments. Like, I have no clue where
You're just
I
in a
am.
Russian countryside town.
And I'm like, dude, how did we get here? And I go on like my like Swedish walk of shame across the city to get back to Leffen's
They're
apartment.
throwing eggs at you and shit.
And I like come home and I like knock on the door and Leffen opens it. He just smirks. Like, and that was my first night. In
That's
Sweden.
insane. That
Wow.
was your first night.
Yeah.
You know, like most people like try the food, or they like see, is IKEA the same here? I don't know.
I mean, some people will do the
those
paratrooping
meatballs.
strat, which is you don't have a place to stay, but you get on Tinder
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
and you have to.
Oh,
stick-
that's
and
such
you
a
get a
gamble.
place to stay.
That's
Well, there's
such a
couch
insane
surfing and there's
gamble.
bed surfing.
Dude, it sounds like she was doing that to you.
yeah, she was.
Because when you said you ended up paying, I was like, she doesn't have a place that she lives.
yeah.
And that is where she stayed that night.
Imagine-
And tomorrow, she's going to do the same thing.
Dude, that'd
she's
be
just
sick.
she's just sucking and fucking her
Maybe
way
I was
to a
just
warm
sucking
bed
and
every
fucking
night.
for
Yeah.
15 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, since she was 45.
We talked. I mean, this whole time, right? Like, we talked a lot. I definitely got to know her better. Like, all of her, you know, her story of like who she was and like
Uh-huh.
what she does, like definitely lined up.
Do you got a pic of her?
Hmm?
Do you have a pic of her?
No,
Take any
It'd be
pictures
kinda
of her?
weird.
Is
It-
it?
I'm-
what am I gonna do?
I mean,
Fucking
yeah,
snap one?
How,
Like,
yeah,
what the
imagine
fuck do you
How
want?
does that? Well,
I
I
have
met her at a
never
bar.
had sex
It's not-
with anyone that I don't have a picture of.
Yeah, because I didn't meet her on like
you
an
need
app.
to provide more context.
was
I've only had sex with a few people, and I dated them for a while.
But you know what? You know what? One thing I wanted to bring up though is like after visiting, I get why you don't like it. Like why you specifically don't like it.
so you both
Wow.
hate Sweden now.
No, I
you are
loved it.
decimating our Swedish viewership on the basis of
Our
hate.
Swedish viewership's not that high.
It's not
One,
very high.
Oh,
Two-
it's hedge.
two.
Come on.
Swedes get it.
Swedes hate.
No,
No, first of all, I don't hate Sweden.
You said you did.
No,
Don't do this because in the last episode
We
you
already
said
settled
this,
it.
and then we literally rolled the clip in
Yeah,
the last episode.
we settled.
I've never said I hate Sweden.
Roll it again. Roll us calling back to it, and then
yeah,
roll it
picture
again.
in picture.
Roll it again.
I want to roll back the last
I
episode
Yeah.
with
said
the rollback
I would
in it.
hate living in Sweden.
yes.
Why do you guys hate Swedish people?
Okay.
now?
Again, I did not hate it. Had a wonderful time.
Explain
I
why you
said
thought
I
I was-
understood why
yeah.
you hated it.
Yeah, why?
It's because I think like the whole like structure of that city and like their society is what I kept thinking in my head is, you know how Ludwig calls everything he thinks cool. He's just like, oh, that's pog.
Yeah.
Nothing in Sweden is pog. It's just
Wow.
like it's nice.
What does that mean?
I
Yeah.
get what he's saying.
It's
Nothing-
The,
nothing
the
is, like-
homes,
Nothing surpasses these insane expectations. It's just like, oh, this is all
Yeah.
very nice.
he couldn't live his American life that he loves there. It would not be possible, no matter
Why?
the amount of money that he
You
has.
just have to go to find out.
Because
No, I'm not gonna go.
The size of
Just tell me.
homes, the layout of the streets. He could not get away with crop top Crocs in Sweden
No.
because it wouldn't be admirable or confident or funny. He'd just be a loser.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, now I like it.
Well, you're telling me they bully over there? I'm
and
trying
a
to go.
house this big is like it just doesn't exist, even if you're ultra wealthy.
I can't believe he got capitalist pilled by going to a socialist country.
I again loved it there. Again, want to reiterate, I had a great time. I think I had a way better understanding of why you wouldn't want to live there.
So you can't dress like a goofy idiot in Sweden, and so you're like, it's stupid.
Like
Why
you,
are you having me defend his points?
like you
That's
literally.
the dumbest
Because you're
thing you've done
together.
today.
Because you're together.
Can you settle something for us? Actually, Ludwig, me
Yeah.
and Anthony were having a conversation when you were not there,
Sure.
and I was saying
We were
that-
talking a lot of shit.
I was saying, well, no,
It was hype.
well, I
Don't
don't
shake on
agree.
that,
I want to shake
maybe?
your hand, but I want to agree with
Please
you.
don't shake on it.
Got it soft. Okay, anyway,
So
so
warm.
we were talking about when you wear cropped shirts,
Uh-huh.
and I was saying
Oh yeah.
that Ludwig likes wearing cropped shirts. Like he feels good in them. He feels empowered in them, and he likes wearing them.
Sure.
Anthony was saying, no, that is not true. He does it as a complete joke, and he's only doing it to be funny. Who is correct?
Now, when we say cropped shirts, we're talking about, for instance, your
Nick.
Naruto shirt that's like this big.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nick's right.
I don't believe that you.
What? He's the source.
I don't care.
No. What I'm saying is like, you wear a cropped Naruto shirt,
Uh-huh.
and you are drawing no irony from that. Why not just buy a normal blue cropped shirt? You're saying that when you dress nice, that doesn't mean
Wait,
anything.
you're shifting it. You're making it about Naruto. We were talking about the crop.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that's all I've ever seen him wear.
I like crop tops. They're tactical crop tops.
Okay, and
They're
this
breathable?
much of you is like exposed, right? And
Yeah, sometimes I wear my shirts like this,
and you're going out.
and then Cutie's always like, put your shirt
And you
down.
know what, Ludwig? I understand you, and I've demonstrated this today.
No,
Thank you.
it's fine. I just think that it's completely ironic, but you're saying it's for a comfort thing.
I like crop tops too. Yeah, I think they're fine.
He likes the style.
But you don't like. How many do you have?
Okay,
He only
so
has, like,
you're,
2,
you're like
right?
trying to make an argument that I haven't purchased it because I don't like it, but I have not bought myself clothes that haven't been from
I'm not
Cutie or
talking
from a
about what you've
sponsor.
bought. I'm talking about how many do you own. That's all.
I think
That's an
Nick is
easy-
right, and I'll
He's
just
not
end it
answering
there.
the question. So
I,
it's literally
I
the
think I just
Naruto
own
one,
a crop top.
and I can't divorce anime from the crop
Well,
top.
I mean, do you like your strawberry shorts?
Yeah.
You only own one pair. He owns one
No,
crop
but
top.
those look good.
And they're shorts. It's like a style. Yeah, I guess it's like it's a garment that is so physically different. It's like you can have shorts like these, or your short strawberries on them, right? But a crop top is like way different than any shirt that you would typically wear. So I'm just trying to put this together.
I think this is a fair take.
This is fair,
because
but
you
I
only
think
have
he's
one
wrong.
crop top, which
And
is
it
the
has
Naruto crop
anime
top,
on it.
which means
Give me a
that
break.
Nick could still be correct. But I think the argument that he's making has merit.
I have to
Because
buy
if
a
you really,
crop top.
if you really loved crop tops,
You
could
would seek
No,
them
no.
out.
When's the
Wait,
Mogul
why
crop
do I
top?
have to
that's
really
dumb.
love
That's
it
dumb
now?
What
because he doesn't have to really love them to like the one he
Yeah.
owns and wears.
Again, I think
It's an item that he owns and he likes it.
Look,
he doesn't
see,
have to go buy
I
more.
just like my crop top, but if you want to be right, I'm happy for you
I'm
to be
just
right
saying
too.
to your argument.
We need to do the mogul move.
if you
Crop
like
top
Crocs,
now.
right?
Yeah.
And you only buy one pair and you wear them all the time, you don't have to go buy more to be a
Dude,
guy who
it's-
likes Crocs.
I am saying crop tops are so different than just wearing Crocs or wearing shorts.
Wait, Crocs are an insanely different shoe. This is very similar to that.
No, this is like having slippers.
No, it is. Okay, no, they're stylistically very
this is-
different than regular shoes.
This is gender neutral. Crocs are gender neutral. A crop top, I would argue, isn't. There is a very
No, it totally can
feminine
be.
slant, right?
It
We
totally, it can totally be gender neutral.
No,
No.
I think that it can be right, but
You're being
societally,
obtuse.
it definitely leans in one direction.
Sure, and if
Yeah.
you break the statistics out of who wears one more,
And
for
I
sure.
think
Yeah.
it's overwhelming that there is this idea that crop tops are inherently feminine, and for Ludwig to embrace that very majorly feminine
mean-
garment,
It means
is-
you love your masculinity.
it
You're
feels very
confident.
ironic to
Mhm.
me.
which is the exact reason I said was that I don't think he feels feminine. I think he feels masculine wearing it.
Well, isn't that caked in irony?
No,
No, I feel badass.
Do you?
Yeah, because
you're
I wore
missing
a crop
something
top.
because I totally
I'm
understand
wearing
how
a
you
crop
feel.
top, and I am chubby and out of shape, and I don't give a shit. So anyone else who watches me can't call me a pussy, and they can all be like, "Oh, I can wear a crop top too."
So you're empowering yourself
Yeah,
without the veil of irony.
yeah. Because I've worn a crop top on stream, zoomed in, and no one knew it was a crop top.
Okay.
Hmm.
I think once again I cannot divorce the fact that anime is printed on it, so everything is just thrown out the window
Which
for me.
I understand.
Bro, this is anime.
I know.
Yeah, but that's
Ludwig.
a T-shirt.
On the note of Ludwig dressing like not this is an example of it, but I'm dressing like dumbass. We all went to
Yeah.
the zoo without Aiden
Dude,
while he was in Sweden,
that's
which is funny because we never do anything as a house ever, and then Aiden leaves and we all go to the fucking zoo.
Yeah.
I took a day off work.
Yeah,
Out of
it's
nowhere.
like really weird.
You know how like
really
we can't
weird
all
that
have a
that
day off,
happened.
Aiden?
we can't all.
We
have
all
one.
did, and we all went to the zoo.
They
But
all had a
sometimes
day off.
we can have a
Well,
day off.
when they can never have
I
And
one.
had to-
Ludwig went to
had
the
to-
zoo wearing
No.
a tank top
I-
that said "I flexed so hard the sleeves came off" and a bucket hat, and his whole outfit was just so fucking funny.
Yeah.
It was part of my fun shirt bin.
Yeah,
You're in the video that you made.
Yeah.
It-
I have footage of Ludwig sifting through his stupid shirt box,
Yeah.
which he has not done a stream with, by the way. That's why
No
it
crop tops in that box.
exists right there. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
I know.
What did you call him in the
Oh,
video?
this is-
It was
a fat Backstreet Boy?
yeah.
Because he was kind
That
of
was-
like,
that was super
it's only because
funny.
you were giving me like pursed lips and you kind of, from that angle, you were
Yeah.
a little thick.
and the hat and the shades.
But you do look good now.
I'm unoffended. I'm stronger than everyone in this room,
Yeah,
and I looked tight.
you look sick, dude.
I
That
was
looks great.
kitted and fitted.
Why does your left arm look like it's swollen up with like sort of
You
liquid?
look like the meme of the guy who beats off with one arm.
you're a Coomer. You're a Coomer, dude. Anyway, yeah, the fit was insane,
I gotta go lefty.
and it was fun. And we saw Monkey.
Oh, we saw so many
So many
monkeys.
We did see some monkeys.
yeah, I'm
There was
the,
a
I'm
big
the
ol'
flamingo apparently.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were so many more people that we didn't show.
Yeah.
We just kept pointing at
Yeah.
animals and being like, "That's Aiden."
like a giraffe.
Yeah, you were a giraffe.
There was a
many
baby
times.
giraffe that was sucking its mother's teeth, and then its mother hit it off of her.
Yeah.
I said
That
that's
was-
Atrioc.
That
Yeah.
was yeah.
That was Atrioc.
It was Aiden first. We just
No.
they didn't make
It's
the cut.
always Aiden.
No,
first.
the big giraffe was me.
Oh, show this pic. I love this pic.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
Nick.
this one's so
yeah.
good. This one's so good.
This is literally like gathering around the Kodak and showing the fucking slides from our trip.
Yeah. This is Don Draper.
Dude's great.
Yeah, it was really fun. My big goal was to see capybaras and monkeys. There were no capybaras there, which is unfortunate. So
They
but
were hidden.
it
Wait,
was
you went
fun.
to the which? It wasn't
Diego
San Diego.
Zoo.
Oh, you went to San Diego
Yeah.
Zoo. Okay, cool.
It was a big day.
Yeah. It was sad because
I got this hat.
I get online. I get fucking on Twitter, dude. Fucking see. Everybody went to the zoo. Posted nice. Cute
What do you
pictures
want us
together.
to do? Pause life
Nice,
when you go to
cute
Sweden
pictures,
What do you
for
want, bro?
6
I bought this
days?
cool hat.
I'm just saying
at the
we
zoo.
don't do anything normal.
You're out.
I'm
Just
just saying
fucking.
we don't
Every
do it
time you
normally.
go on a trip to Europe without
Yeah.
us, we are going to do a fun trip here without you.
Yes. So you will always feel fractured.
There
always.
will always be FOMO. It doesn't matter where you
No,
go.
you can't do this. It's
Oh,
a
we
nice
will.
hat. It's cute. Dude.
Thank you.
We will and we do. And we will.
We also just officially booked Italy.
We did.
The yard is going to Italy.
Yeah.
We booked
Yeah.
Aiden's ticket for him without asking him what he wanted
Yeah.
when he wasn't here.
Yeah.
I'm calling it publicly calling it on the podcast now. I get the window seat.
You can get thrown out the window seat, brother. I don't fucking care
Do
where
a
you
money
sit.
match for it.
We're in the same row together.
You know, I was saying we could
Oh.
we could
Window
bring
seat.
multiple laptops and we could have we split us up in 2 teams.
Yeah.
And both teams have to produce a combo video before the plane lands.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I would put
dude.
Ludwig's Fox on 7 posters. Every
I
the
will
whole-
sit
the whole
on this
thing?
plane in business and
That would
pretend not
actually
to
be
know you guys when you board.
Me and Aiden's entire video is just me crouching and resting in with Puff when he plays Sheik. It's like 100 clips of that.
I don't want to go. I'm loathing it. So there's an episode
Wait,
of
you don't-
Jackass where they
doesn't
do
like
the
traveling.
gumball run. You know what the gumball run is? It's like
No.
a rally race across Europe
Mm.
where it's like multi-day race, right? You got to get from one country to another in any way possible, typically in a car, and they do a gumball. And Steve-O, the whole episode is being so pissy. He looks like he does not want to be there. Every piece of Steve-O footage that they put in the episode, he's complaining and he sucks and he's being a huge whiner. And
Yeah.
then at the very end, they get hammered on a boat and he's way happier. And I'm going to be Steve-O for this trip, except for the boat part.
Well, that sounds like the fun part.
Yeah.
Dude,
You're just gonna
Why can't you just drink olive oil that from Italy in Italy and then be like, Pog?
Because I have it at home now.
You
That
know
is
what
true.
I don't understand about this is you were excited to travel in general, like over the past year or so.
I think that if I was going to Italy alone for a week
Yeah.
to just live in a field or something,
Yeah.
I'd be very much more excited about it. But there'd still be a tinge of I don't want to go.
this is a planned group activity
It's a planned group activity to the highest
with
caliber.
high effort.
Mhm.
And by the way, I'm capping. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to be pissy. I'm going to be a great mood for all of you guys. However, there's always this piece in my brain when I'm doing something or traveling or something that's puts too much pressure. I'm like, ugh. I want to go to sleep on the floor.
He doesn't want to confront his Italian heritage.
Yeah.
Why would I
Yeah.
not want to confront that?
Mm-hmm.
I
lot of-
confront it every
lot of
day when I look
emotional
in the mirror.
fear.
Emotional baggage.
There's no emotional baggage.
Mhm.
I love the pizza.
I
When
want
you
to
find your long-lost
ride on a
cousin on the
moped
trip-
with Ludwig like the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Dude,
That's what I
that'd
wanna
be
do.
tight.
Yeah.
I would love to ride mopeds through Roma.
Yeah, let's do it.
Is it
that in,
Naples or Napoli?
Well, Napoli's how
Is
you say
Roma
it in
in Italy?
Italian.
Okay.
yeah.
That's where we're going. We're going to
Should
Rome.
we say it like that?
Is that where Lizzie McGuire went?
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna go
We're
to
in
Rome
Rome.
and then we're gonna
Oh.
go to Napoli.
Napoli. Well, I don't want to say too much where we're going, or I don't want these Italian snipers coming out with fucking pizza and pasta and
Hey, what's the shape of Italy? Aiden?
gabagool.
Food?
You get kicked from the Xbox Live Party.
Oh!
Ah,
Get fucked.
Free kick. Yeah.
Yeah, Italy weirds me out.
What?
You're Italian. What do
He
you
found
mean?
out. He found out Olive Garden actually
Traveling
isn't
They
there.
found out Mario's not real.
Dude, traveling is whack.
What are you talking about?
Are you just saying stuff?
No.
You've traveled. You've also traveled. That's what bothers me about this. You went to the UK. You went to
You
Australia.
had a great time in
You
Australia.
had a great
I
time.
had missions for all of these. There's no mission here. It's just
We're
to go.
going to film the podcast.
Yeah, but
That's
if,
the mission.
But if we didn't,
Why not just go
We
where,
are.
where Bruno
We
comes
are.
from?
because that's also it's a stupid mission. That's
Why?
because it's so arbitrary. It's like, okay, so we're gonna film the podcast in like a different country. Wouldn't that be crazy? And it's like, no, it doesn't make sense. Nothing about
Every-
this makes sense.
every
It's just
podcast
like,
is arbitrary.
You threw a
Every
fucking
single one.
dart on the fucking map, and it's weird. It's weird to me.
That's fun.
It's outside of my box, and it freaks me out.
We should
dude.
do the dart thing next time. That would be so cool.
I'm actually.
It's
that's
actually
a better
mostly
plan.
water you hit.
Yeah, but you just do
You
it
go on a
until you
boat.
hit land.
We get on a boat.
You know who did that? Game Attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they did do that, but there was like a bunch of places they actually couldn't go,
It
right?
was they like did it and they
Aw.
got like something super lame and it was like a
Wyoming?
tiny town in like
They did-
Russia.
They just keep going until they get
See,
Barcelona or
that's-
something.
That's actually funny because that's not lame. That's like way more cool.
well, the
than,
content that came from it was lame. The
Oh, okay.
content was
Yeah.
like
That's
we're
what
here,
they-
there's really bad cell service, and then it like cuts
That's what they
out.
get for not uploading our Mario Party game.
That is what they get.
yeah.
They
Well,
do-
Take that, Sean.
Do you think that's why
And
Jimmy,
Craig.
Jimmy didn't upload that? Is travel an inherently dead-ended idea? Right?
No, I just think the
What-
wonders of the world aren't good.
Okay.
I'm losing my mind. I
No. I'm talking about content-wise. No.
Oh, okay.
But, like,
okay.
for instance, travel like vlogs. It's like I'm the kind of person I'm like, who cares?
Okay,
enjoy
first
your
of all,
trip.
Mr. Beast, like a video idea that he would think of would be like, I am going to get 3 million people to jump at the same time to see if it changes Earth's
Because
fucking
he's sick.
sphere.
That's great.
That's what he would do. All right. And if he only gets like 100 people to do it, he'd be like, not good enough. For like 100,000, he'd be like, not good enough.
Are we cringe travel vloggers? Is my question.
No.
we're
no.
not shooting a vlog.
Yeah.
so.
I think my plan for when I go there is I want to do a taste comparison and I want to bring a DiGiorno pizza to Italy.
You want to smuggle
Yeah.
a DiGiorno?
I'm going to smuggle a
That's so
Jorn
funny.
and then I'm going to do a side-by-side taste comparison.
Dude, you might get detained.
I hope I do.
No.
That's so funny.
That would be good for the
I know
video.
you're not
I
gonna
think
get
it'd be
detained.
really
You know
hard
what?
to get you
If he
out.
checks his
There's-
bag, it's fine.
If you get the square DiGiorno, real ones fucking no. Don't get the circle DiGiorno.
I'm going to be like Pink Panther, like pretending I'm smuggling guns.
You bring a square DiGiorno to Italy, I might like the
I'm going to be
DiGiorno
like,
more.
don't check my bag.
Dude, it's Lord of War, but instead of smuggling weapons, it's just pizzas.
You'll hate what's in here. The Italians are going to hate me when I land.
Yeah, that's
Italians
what I'm
hate
saying.
this, man.
They might just put one in your fucking chest, brother.
No, they wouldn't do that in Italy. They'd throw a meatball at you and
I wonder if the Italian
make you watch 90 minutes of Luca.
I wonder if the Italian store-bought microwave pizzas taste better than ours.
That's- I actually do.
That's a
wanna
good
know.
test.
That's a
Taste
good
test
comparison.
American Giornos versus Italian Giornos.
Yeah.
3 pizzas.
We go
3
meet
pizzas.
DiGiorno. We
Yeah.
go meet the man.
I am excited to go to
Mr.
Italy. I want to see
Giorno.
Mr.
Italians
Garden.
just
I
call
want
it
to see
circle
Mr.
meal.
DiGiorno. All right. I want to see Mr. Spaghetti.
Dude, someone in the comments last episode was like, yeah, they're actually just tanking their European viewership with these comments. And I'm like, good.
Yeah, dude. I have to admit,
Fuck
like
you
when I
guys.
watched the episode back, I was like, dude, the messy one loses us some people. Like
I just don't
it
know.
was it.
No,
Like-
it's fine because we all like three of us knew who these people were. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I'm also European and speak French and have
No,
citizenship.
they were getting on you for that too.
I have
They're like, you're
citizenship.
fake. You're fake until you're only.
you're
I have
European.
citizenship.
They were saying you're only French when it benefits you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's sick.
and you wrote off Sweden
I have citizenship in France. I'm French. They just have to hold that.
and Sweden.
Yeah, yeah, they do. Don't they?
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
I'm
we
there.
go.
Yeah.
And I'll see you in Paris. All right? Fils de pute.
Paris Saint-Germain.
I'm also only
this,
American when it counts too, all right?
this episode drops and you get it revoked.
2016, Trump hit the fucking White House, and I walked around campus being like, I'm French, guys.
Yeah, sorry, I don't understand. S'il vous plaît.
I did not vote in politics. I'm French.
Since you stay out of it.
Macron, he's my guy.
Actually,
Oh,
the
he's
first
bad, right?
the first time I
They don't
ever
like
had a problem with being like a real problem with being American abroad was the last time I was in Europe before this trip, and I was in Copenhagen, and we were in a line for a club, and it's like all like just young, wasted Danish people waiting in line to get in, and is the same group of people I was hanging out with on this trip.
Mhm.
And we were in line talking to people, and it comes up that I'm American with like a group of people, and they get fucking mad. They're
Hell
like,
yeah.
how could you vote Trump into office? Like, why would you do that? Why are you guys so fucking obsessed with guns? But it's not like, usually it's like a haha, like type of joke
Yeah.
thing. But they were angry at me, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm I didn't vote for him. I'm so sorry.
My dad's a pilot. He's racist.
And then I started dealing like I'm Canadian. I moved there. Like I started backing down like real quick because I never felt like I'd never actually gotten heat for it before.
That's high.
Which was like honestly pretty like uncomfortable for a moment.
Which
Like,
is so funny because it's like you showing up there and being like, really $45 for a chair at IKEA? Like, how fucking dare you, bro? I just want some meatballs. I gotta pay fucking $1.
Yeah, exactly.
Your locks are
so
overpriced
expensive.
and they're shoddy quality.
And they were doing, dude. They were like saying, I don't know. Some kids in that line were like saying fucked up shit about like their country too, like fucking, complaining about immigrants.
Is the
and,
old
like,
guy who
shit
smokes
like
weed
that.
in the IKEA their president?
Yeah. He's there.
That's the president of
Dude,
Denmark.
You know, Sweden still has a king and a queen.
Yeah.
There's a king.
They
of
have a
Sweden.
king. They have a king.
They're so.
I saw the palace or
It's-
like
it's
one.
Mario and Peach.
Dude, they don't make any waves. I've never heard of these.
They
people.
make zero waves.
You're making.
They
you're
have
making,
zero
Mario
clout.
was Italian 20 minutes ago, and now you.
Now he's Swedish. I don't know.
Swedish Mario.
I have a podcast. Fuck
Dude,
you.
you know how people have alternative Twitter accounts?
Yeah.
I had one called Portuguese Mario.
yeah. Dude, Portuguese Mario was so fucking funny. Did it get shut down or still up?
I turned it into something else. Because it was a commentary on how stupid alt accounts are.
Yeah.
But however, I was thinking about this the other day because Connor Eats Pants was under fire for saying the word lesbian, and he was tweeting on his alt. And I'm like, these people's alts have a shitload of like followers, and people will use them more.
Yeah.
And I found it really interesting because like, are you that afraid of like losing brand? I know Connor doesn't care, but it's like, for instance, Pokimane. Pokimane has an alt, and she has her main, and it's like, why? What is the purpose?
I think a smaller community of people who are it's like going even more into your own sphere and getting a better feedback loop.
Yeah.
Because it eliminates people who aren't a big enough fan to know that you have that, and then the people who will follow you.
I think it's also an easy way to
fans.
keep your main brand safe so you can accept any deal in the world and then say what you actually want on your side account.
It's
Like,
probably
on-
also not to devalue tweets, because if you tweet too often, then your average tweet
Yeah.
like will go down.
There's
On
such a
her
meta,
alt, right?
huh?
Like she usually gets a little more personal on it. I feel like. So I think there's like that first fear of people who are like more surface level fans or just interested in you don't necessarily want to fucking see you sad posting on main, even if you are a mega influencer. And then you can go like you can create this alt where only the hardcore people will go, and you don't have to worry about the numbers. And you can like
You
and
can
then,
also
and
just
then
tweet
you can
bullshit.
sad post.
Like if I needed really badly a videographer, I could tweet out like, "Hey, need a videographer? Can anyone help?"
On
But
the other
I would
account.
never do that on main,
Because it'd be a fucking mess.
Yeah, because you just have people who
yeah.
aren't
Sure.
videographers tweeting at you like over and over and over
Yeah.
again.
and it would just be a waste of time. And on an alt, it'd be
I don't know,
less.
there is
She also had it locked for a while, which made sense to me.
Yeah, that's huge.
But I
that
think
doesn't make sense to me because it's an account with like 300,000 followers.
Yeah,
Well,
but
more
it's-
so like locking it so it can't be
Tommy-
retweeted and quote retweeted.
Tommy in it has like an alt YouTube and an alt Twitter, and like the alt YouTube links to the alt Twitter, and it almost has 1 million followers. Like his alt
yeah,
Twitter.
and they're both verified.
Yeah, they're both
Yeah.
verified.
Oh, that's
Like I don't get that.
He's got to pretend to be the FBI. He's got to take that
Like
check mark
Corpse
off.
has 2 accounts and they're both verified, and
No.
I could not tell you why he tweets from one or the other. But he now has ended up with 2 very successful Twitter accounts, so honestly, he did something right.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It is weird.
I mean, if you got 2
Weird.
successful Twitter accounts, that's not a bad thing, I guess.
Is it? Okay, here's Young Lean, and here's
Oh.
Leffen.
Oh wow,
Leffen is beating him.
Wow.
So the reason I brought
Good
this
job,
up
Leffen.
is
insane.
because I was talking to Ben SW at the holiday party, the Twitch holiday party, and we were talking, and he's like, "Yeah, I hang out with Leffen sometimes." I'm like, "Oh, really?" We're just like catching up, bullshitting. It was really weird. Me and Leffen went to a Young Lean concert, and I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." And I turned to Leffen, I'm like, "You have more followers than him, and you're in the concert." Leffen was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Getting people to show up to your concert, that's respect.
Yeah.
And getting people to download Coinbase is our job. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh, seamless.
Sponsored by Coinbase once again, 10 times straight, back to back to back. You know the vibes.
Why don't you tell them our code?
No, you can like
my
10
figure it out. You
straight
can, like, guess the
episodes
code.
of Coinbase sponsoring the yard. We really appreciate it. We don't have a code, but you have a phone, and you can go and download the app on your phone and
Download the Blue Sea.
check out some things on there. Click some buttons, tap around.
Get
Why
a little
not?
USDC.
Get a little crazy.
Yeah.
Get whatever you want to get in this cryptocurrent world with Coinbase. Super appreciate Coinbase for sponsoring the pod, and thanks for hopefully checking it out, guys.
Unrelated. How's your Ethereum doing?
Can't talk about it in a sponsor piece because that's against their terms of service.
We don't know how it's doing. but we love Coinbase.
Busted.
Mr. Beast did that Coinbase like thing.
Yeah.
Like a YouTube video,
Uh-huh.
and I clicked on it because someone in the yard was like, "Oh, Mr. Beast has a code, haha," and like linked to the timestamp. And I found myself just watching the video
Yeah.
because it's insane. Like
That's
it's,
good content.
it's the one where he's like, he has everyone in a circle, and if you leave the circle, you lose.
Yeah.
If you stay in, you can win $500,000.
Yeah.
$500,000?
You have to stand.
This guy
right?
doesn't fuck
at the end,
around
what?
anymore, dude.
You have to stand.
You have to
Dude,
stand.
At
You
a
can't-
certain point, you can only stand on a pad that is the size of your feet.
It was like 1 foot by 1 foot.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
and then it changes to one that's this literal outline of your feet.
Did
And
people pee their pants?
I don't know. I mean, I have no idea what happened behind the scenes. It could all be, fake.
No,
for all
but on the
I
video
fucking-
they didn't pee their pants.
No,
Okay,
no
okay.
peeing our pants on
I
video.
am 1,000% sure that none of his videos are fake.
I would
Yeah,
love to
I
see-
think so too.
I would love to see hot
They're
piss.
real.
But I found myself watching this video, and at the end, it's like there's like 7 people left or whatever, and he's like, in the next video, which comes out tomorrow, they're all gonna play tag for who wins it all. And I literally like the video ended, and I was like, I'm gonna watch tomorrow. And it's the first time I have ever in my life done that.
That's
And
huge.
went and watched like a YouTuber like that.
Yeah.
And then went like,
Yeah.
tomorrow I will check again. And then later I was like telling someone else about this. Like you watch this, it's crazy. I'm gonna watch the next one tomorrow.
I did that for the first time in my life on a much smaller scale because I didn't have a YouTube video when we got back, like right around this weekend because I just had a bunch of shit to do. And so I uploaded a trailer for a video. And I was like, check out this video tomorrow.
The Ludlock one, huh?
Yeah, for the Ludlock
That's
video.
why people were hyping about it.
Yeah, because I was like, this video's coming out tomorrow, not today.
Schmaz.
But here's a trailer.
Wow. Did you edit it?
Did I say it again?
Did you edit it?
The trailer?
Yeah.
No.
Sometimes it's funny. You guys, if you're Ludwig fans, you'll see because I do the sheet every month for who edits and who gets paid, and sometimes they're edited by him,
I do throw in a couple.
and it's very cute because it's
Wait,
like
really?
edited by Ludwig.
Uh-huh.
Aw.
Yeah.
I've made a couple videos if we're on a crunch. Like right now we're on a crunch. I think they have like one thing to edit because Polite had edited that video. It took him like 40 hours. He just been like selling his soul.
The Ludlock's been a bit. He did sacrifice himself for that.
It was a mammoth of a project. It was 3 months in 100+ hours of video footage, and a 40-minute that just me telling the story was 40 minutes sitting down at a computer with a script I wrote.
Can you,
That's so.
and
stupid.
I'm sorry that I don't know,
Yeah.
but can you explain to me why this was such a large event?
Well, it was just because how long it took. I think mainly.
Oh, so because of the amount of attempts.
Yeah.
This was on Yeti's like ROM that
Yeah,
he did,
yeah.
right? Okay.
It was made by Dreyano and Yeti changed it a bit. And there was some great artists who worked on it.
Who was the best trainer?
The best
It was
trainer.
me. I was the final guy. I'm the final guy.
No,
right?
but sometimes
No.
the earlier guys give
You're
you a
not
bit
the
of trouble.
champion.
Who's the champion?
Right?
I'm
you
the
the
champion.
champion?
You have
Are
to
you the
beat
champion?
Slime.
No,
You
I
did-
think you're
you
just
did
the
lose to
final
me once.
Elite Four trainer, and then the champion is Cynthia, who is.
It's still Cynthia.
Cynthia's just goaded.
Isn't it just? Is it
Lotto
it
doesn't
you?
know.
I actually forget.
This is
It's been
crazy.
like-
You
So
don't know
this is
this.
real, by the way. This is how he lives.
I am forgetful.
You played
Um,
this for 3 months.
Can I? Okay, so
I think you're an Elite Four trainer.
on the subject of Ludwig being a human being, sometimes there are 2 things I wanted to bring up. One, I tweeted this out once. The closest you will ever see to Ludwig being like his raw exposed self is in the description of his YouTube video if he writes something, because it's for you.
Almost never do.
I know, but you used
Sometimes I
to,
do.
and those messages are very, very, very heartfelt.
I don't even remember what I wrote. Want to tell you a big Ludwig moment I had this past weekend?
Hold
This
on,
is it.
it's time for the big Ludwig moment of the week.
It's
the big Ludwig
Boys,
moment of the
boys.
week. Big Ludwig.
What is
week.
this plan gonna be? Hey, how's it going? This is the Ludwig moment. So this past week, I was supposed to go rock climbing, because after Mogul Money, I was hit up by Noel Miller to like do some stuff together, because we were like, we had hung out there, and he was like texting me because we exchanged numbers to like do random stuff. Like he was like, let's go drifting.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Okay.
I like
sure.
that.
Let's go
So
eat 10
badass.
hot
I like that
dogs
guy.
each.
I
Yeah.
like that guy.
Badass.
And I was like, all right, sure. Like, yeah, he's like, I've been carting lately. And he's like, I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds scary, but I will do it. And then he kept delaying. And then I get a message from him on Discord, and it's like, yo, want to go rock climbing? And I'm like, yeah, for sure, man. That's chill. Because it was the same day he texted me. And then we're talking. It's the day before we're supposed to go. I went this morning, yesterday. And he messages me, and he's like, I'm bringing a friend. And I asked Nick if he wants to go. I'm like, yeah, can I bring Nick? And then he replies, yeah. Envy? Yeah, of course you can bring him. Like, that's weird that you would know
Oh, me and Noel Miller, we go back.
Yeah.
that his
you and
tag.
Yeah, we met once. He knows.
And then I
me,
started-
Kasim G, Noel Miller.
Reading through the messages,
Drifting.
and he was like very specific about how you could save money if you had a monthly membership. And I was like, that's cool. I guess he's like, frugal. And I kept reading, and then I recognized this was not Noel Miller messaging me. This is our friend Noel,
My old roommate.
his
Yeah.
old roommate.
that Ludwig, I think maybe has been in a room with less than 5 times.
Yeah.
total.
We've hung out. It's probably been like 5 to 10. It's not as few as you think, but to be fair,
The
most of it,
the legendary Noel who cracked a CS:GO knife in the game and bought a real car in real life.
He bought
with
a
it.
used Honda.
He bought a
with
used
Yeah.
car in real
CS:GO
life,
knife.
What?
selling a
Yeah,
knife that
we
he got
were
in
on
Counter-Strike.
cash. He cracks it in the pre-round. Everyone starts freaking out. It was like a sapphire butterfly.
Instant
That has
sell?
to be such a nice night.
Back
Instant
new.
sell, instant buy car. It
That
was
is
so
Yeah.
sick.
so
Yeah.
that is so
fucking
sick to sell pixels and then get car,
Yeah.
which I guess is what everyone's doing nowadays. But he did it before it was cool.
Dude,
That's
he
right.
cracked a car.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was
Wait,
crazy.
CS:GO knives are just NFTs.
Yeah.
It's all gambling.
Wow.
Hold
If
on.
someone
Hey,
said
hold
that to
on.
me,
Now he's getting
Hold
it.
I
on,
would've
let
got
me go
it.
crack a few. And then-
oh, dude, that's gonna be the next thing.
What?
Cracking NFTs.
Oh,
Oh,
to see if you
yeah.
get something hype.
Oh.
Yeah, like you're
I'm in.
rolling
That's
NFTs.
just
Oh
crypto
man, I
gambling.
got it aiming.
That's just
Fuck.
crypto gambling. Shut up.
Well, it's not because you're getting a product, right?
I think it's
Dude, that's the
it's-
next.
Look, it's already a bad situation.
Can we just make this? We'll be so rich.
Yeah.
Everyone will hate us, but we'll be so rich.
Is it worth it?
Well, we
Alleged.
can make
Hold
our-
on,
we
hold on.
can
Put
let-
an
we
allegedly
can
in
make
front
our
of this.
lives
I'm worried.
new
Put an
again in
allegedly in front of
Nippon
this.
Desk.
What if we allegedly made this?
I know he'll watch this. Launders keeps changing his fucking profile pictures to different crypto punks or whatever they're called. Bro, you're on thin ice with me, brother. You're in the NFT sauce. You're on thin fucking
every
ice.
Launders
motherfucker-
and NFT.
Everyone
now?
keeps changing their shit to NFTs, and I'm losing it.
I
hate-
can't tell. I can't. So Schlatt, Ted, and like a couple of that group are doing the whole brick meme.
Yeah.
Are they kidding, or do they actually buy
Well,
them?
they bought them, and the price for them went up. So they're kidding, but they're also.
But they
making a
actually
shit ton
bought
of money.
them.
He
I thought
actually
they
bought
were.
it.
Oh my god, I don't
So
get
it's like
it.
the beam is like the price of the brick went up.
Well,
He
no,
bought an
no, they
NFT that was
they
just a
keep-
brick, and it's called Just Bricks.
Oh,
And they have like
it's
three.
just a
it's like
brick. It's just a brick.
yeah, it's like
Dude,
500 different
dude,
types of bricks.
value isn't real, and I learned this at the zoo because I was looking at the monkeys, and I was like,
First thing he thought was, "That's me. I'm that monkey."
yes,
I'm monkey.
But I saw the monkeys, and I was like, I could give them money, and they wouldn't care, right? It doesn't matter to
Dude,
them.
he said that out loud.
Yeah,
He was like, monkeys don't care about fiat currency.
yeah, I said that because they don't. Because you hand a monkey some paper, and he's like, whatever.
You're like
But if you,
Don,
if
you're
you
like
hand a
Don,
monkey
you're
an
like Don
orange,
Draper. It's like money to a monkey,
yeah,
just nothing.
dude, I like learned about humanity that day. It was
Yeah.
crazy, and that's where I'm at now, and that's where you are.
It's
I just figured out that NFTs are CS:GO knives, and now it makes sense. And I'm gonna be an NFT profile picture guy.
So
Oh my
anyway,
God,
our friend
please
Noel. By the
don't.
way, I lived with Noel,
This
and,
moth wants hands.
and I've never hung out with him
Yeah.
one on one.
I love that baby.
So
boy.
I thought
Shout
I was hanging
Noel.
out with Noel Miller, and then I realized the moment he said envy, because there's no way Noel Miller knew Nick's smash
We
tag.
go back.
And then I reread everything, and I
Noel
had
Miller's
like
Fox is
like a
insane.
Jimmy Neutron brain blast. and so I just hung out with our friend Noel.
Yeah.
Who and it was great. It was a great time. I think I'm going back again.
I'm so
next week.
happy you went and that you didn't bail.
Noel
No,
Miller
I would
be a
never
Fox player.
bail. If anything, I was more comfortable because I hadn't climbed in over 2 years, and I'm like out of shape. And I was like, I don't want to be shit. And like Noel Miller's like
In front of cool Noel Miller.
someone I'm just not comfortable with enough to be that
He's
embarrassed.
like, I'm not going to F1 with this guy
Yeah,
later.
I bailed because I slept in. I felt really bad, but I felt even worse that now it was like someone who was actually my friend.
Yeah,
I messaged
that
him. I
you
was like, I
know.
feel so bad that I bailed. We'll
Yeah.
go next time.
But it was actually really fun, and I was able to. I felt like I think I would have had a fine time visiting Noel Miller too, but I was able to like ask more questions I think than I normally would have.
Yeah.
I saw Noel Miller on a random exercise commercial.
Yeah, dude, me too. The rowing one.
Yeah, he's rowing a machine, and I
Yeah.
had the sound off, but it's just him like smiling and talking.
The
and I'm like,
audio is it's like a bootleg American Cards with Kevin Spacey. He's like, oh, just rowing here, just rowing here. You like what I'm doing?
They definitely were like, just use it and say something,
You
and
could
he was
be
like,
rowing,
yeah,
too.
I got the mission. I can do
And
this.
I was like, dang. What's funny is I saw it after watching his Instagram story, and I was like, I thought it was still the story, but it was just an ad.
Oh,
They
it's
just
like
targeted me.
interesting.
I think they know.
Instagram ads no.
I don't know. Either this ad was huge or we got targeted.
I'm often told that Instagram ads are the ones that are people like, yeah, they
I have
Yeah.
purchased so much shit off of Instagram ads. They fucking are in my
I've
brain.
never ever. Well,
It's like, dude,
Hmm.
do you,
Instagram.
so okay.
it's like existence.
Do you do it like you see the ad then you buy the thing?
Okay, so I'm scrolling Instagram,
Uh-huh.
which I rarely do. I just don't use the platform very much.
Yeah.
But I'll just like when I'm doing the fucking doom scroll where I just open all of my socials back and forth over and over for like 10 minutes. I'll hit Instagram and I'll give it a 1, and I'll often see just like a picture of something, and I'm like, that looks really sick. That's a hoodie, and that looks cool.
Yeah.
And it has Mario smoking a blunt on it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Or it's just, have you
And
ever
then-
dreamed this, Eamon?
And then I'll scroll it a couple times, and I'm like, wait, all of these items are very cool. Then I'll go to the company's website, and I'll buy 8 things. And I'll be like, I have a treat coming
That's
for me.
crazy.
I do that once a week.
You know what I do that with? I do that with TikTok. I'll like see some
Really?
dope shit on
No
TikTok.
way.
Well, you know those sweaters I was wearing for a while? They all shrunk. But I was wearing them for a
Oh,
while. It was like
that
the
sucks.
Martin Across ones. They
You
were
can't
like
wash
mock
those.
necks
You can't wash it like
that
that.
had like fancy, funky designs.
They have multicolored. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah.
That was just on TikTok. Like I just saw the guy on TikTok, and he was the one who made it. It was like his own TikTok,
Yeah.
and I bought it. But I feel better about that because I'm watching the human who makes it make a TikTok, and it's not an ad, I
Yeah.
guess. But it is an ad.
Everything is an ad.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I got by like Instagram ads because I saw like Quip ads, and I was like, I'm not gonna get that. But then I showed up at Target, and they were there, and I was like, Quip.
Were you the one who made fun of me for Quip?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
But
was
then
him.
you started doing it.
That was him, and then me, and then I hopped on it
Yeah.
because he did it, and I thought
What
it
is
was cool
Quip?
to make fun
It's
of
like
you.
it's like the toothbrush that like got marketed to everyone at one point.
Oh, that weird.
Yeah.
And you can like replace.
It looks
the
like a very
head.
thin
Yeah.
dildo.
Okay.
yeah.
yeah.
Have you guys ever bought a dildo?
No. Yes.
No.
Wait, what?
Wait, but this is not unrelated. I didn't think I was going to tell this story, but I'm going to. Today, literally before this podcast, like 3 hours ago, I was taking a shower because I didn't shower this morning, and I squat down to like pick up like a razor that I had dropped, and I squat down and I sit butt naked on top of my shampoo bottle.
Tresemme, by the
And
way.
It's Tresemme. So the top is like it sticks up like this, and then
Yeah.
and then it's bent down this way.
It looks
Uh-huh.
like the Starman from Earthbound.
And I'm not joking to make this story more entertaining. I sit down on it with all of my weight. It slightly enters me, and then I pressed it because I sat, and some shampoo came out,
Dude,
and I went, ah,
dude, you got cream pied by your shampoo bottle?
Tresemme came in your butthole.
yeah. I got the
Wow.
Tresemme guarantee
That's
up my asshole,
crazy.
and then I was like, oh. and I was like, I just learned a little bit about myself. I discovered a little bit about me.
I like how you're making this sound
That's a-
especially effeminate. Like, whoa.
That's what it was like.
Heavens.
In the moment, I was like, oh.
in the
How
shower.
dare you?
I was a proper woman until now. Wow.
You should have
Yeah.
asked my daddy first.
That's great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Your purity, it's gone.
Yeah, that's hype.
I'm probably the cleanest I've ever been down there.
Oh, yeah. When I bought a dildo, it was for a gag. I went to Vegas. It was a long time ago. I was in college, and my roommate, who the same one who I explained in the what became a TikTok, is actually popping off, which is crazy. My same roommate in college, I came home from Vegas after purchasing a dildo in a store, right? And it came in this like plastic casing, and it was like big. It was like a fucking. It wasn't too big, right? Because it was for a gag. I was gonna put it in the freezer and just leave it there.
And then throw it at a wall and watch it disintegrate.
But I didn't want it to be so stupid big because it was weird because I wanted one that was still like reasonably sized just for like the sake of like physics. So for like, you know,
It was a pretty large dildo.
I have this dildo and it's like rubbery and it's like a good one. It's like $40. Dildos are expensive. And I go, the only time I use it as a gag, and I walked into the house.
He keeps reiterating this.
I fucked myself like as a gag.
So I was using it as a total joke.
Yeah.
And so,
and I like came, but like I was still kidding. I was still kidding.
I made joke come out of my wiener. It was totally
His commitment to the bit.
It was parody cum. And so I come home and I take it out of the package and he's playing like computer games in his room. And I walk into his room and his desk is like kind of along the wall and I can walk into his room without him seeing me and his desk is like above me and I just pop it up and I'm like a little puppet.
Yeah.
He sees it, busts out laughing. That's that. I throw it in my drawer for the rest of its duration of its life. Never see it again. Gag. No, but so I open my drawer like months later. It's like buried back in like my like shorts and like gym shorts and shit. It's got these like black marks on it. Like not marks, but like spots that look like lesions on skin. And it was gross.
Your dildo got an STI.
Yeah. So and I was really kind of worried because I was like, okay, what can this mean? My roommate's using my dildo. I'm using my dildo in my sleep or something.
By the way, great title thumbnail. My roommate's using my dildo.
Demonetized.
We can't say dildo?
No shot.
Wait, in the video we can't say dildo?
Really?
You cannot have dildo in your title.
Oh,
You
we
No,
can
no, no.
say
Oh,
dildo.
say it.
We can say
Okay.
dildo.
I could say
video.
Ludwig is a dildo.
I can say Ludwig use and operates a dildo frequently.
Yeah.
Too often, you probably get hit.
I can say Ludwig owns a Sibian. A Homer Simpson
and
themed
now
Sibian.
you're and now you're not.
Dude, I'm changing my Twitter name to Homer Sibian. Okay, so anyway, my dildo is like I grab it on my drawer and I like look at it. And it's got these like lesions on it. I'm like, this is fucking gross, and they're kind of all over it. It does look like a skin disease, and I throw it away. Later on, I look up why this happens, and apparently there's antimicrobial like surface things on dildos, and when that interacts too much with like dirt or dust, and you don't clean it, it will like break down and change color. So I wanted you all to know that if that's happening to your dildo at home, that's what's going on.
So what do I
And
do if that's happening to my real dick? Right now.
It's totally fine if it's a dildo. If it's your real dick, it's over. I have nothing for
over.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got
Modern medicine
that's-
hasn't gotten there
If
yet.
that's happening to your real dick, you go to the doctor, you get a shot in your ass,
Yeah.
and you're good a week later.
eat your horse pill,
Yeah.
and modern medicine wins again.
That's the aim.
If modern medicine wasn't around, Eamon be dead. You'd be dead.
Yeah.
I'd have gonorrhea still.
Yeah.
And I'd be miserable. Would you be dead?
You'd have no tooth.
No, I think I'd be fine because
You would be a toothless
You'd
weirdo.
be a toothless idiot
oh,
hillbilly
okay, we're
that
counting,
no
we're,
one likes.
We're counting that as modern medicine.
That's modern.
Yeah,
I
I'd
guess
be
no.
fucked.
Gold teeth are old though,
I'd
right?
be dead at
Pirates
my
have
own
Oh,
gold
you'd
teeth.
have a wood tooth.
I'd be dead at my own hand.
If I had bad teeth, it's over.
Dude, so when I was this is like kind of related. When I was 16 or 17 ish, I was taking Accutane because I had pretty bad acne, and but that shit works, by the way. You're a teenager trying to get rid of your acne, Accutane fucking works. If you're down to like hate your life.
Not
and
medical
lose weight.
advice
Not medical advice, but it works. for me.
Allegedly.
or financial advice.
Allegedly.
It's not even called Accutane anymore.
No, that's not alleged.
So I allegedly took this pill in Ibiza, and I got a staph infection in my face from taking Accutane. So like part of
Bro, you
Accutane,
just told him to take it.
well,
One guy just popped the pill right out.
Trade
I'm
off.
like, what?
trade off, you know.
That's actually crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It was worth it.
Not medical
Accutane
advice.
has some pretty wild side effects.
Yeah, I had a friend who was taking it at the same time, and he got like these insane like cysts that were like quarter sized on his all over his face. He didn't leave his house for the whole summer.
He
'cause
only
was
has
so
one
embarrassing.
eyeball, but he
Yeah.
has no acne now.
Yeah, but
Calm
now I have
down.
great skin. It was totally worth it. I would do it again. I would go back and do it again.
Dude, remember Noir? What happened to him?
Wait, what happened to Noir?
Dude, our friend Noir, who is sick at Melee, by the way, he vaped, and he had bought like bootleg vape juice.
Mm.
Did you hear
Vape.
about
I don't
this?
remember this.
Dude, he bought bootleg vape juice, like
he get the
really
popcorn
like
lung?
cheap shit. No, he didn't get popcorn lung. He was vaping so much, he got this like giant bulging.
Oh, I do
cyst in
remember
his
this.
neck,
Yeah.
and he had to get it surgically
Oh.
removed, and now he has a scar, and he's fine. But
Oh, you said the fine like you. You're like, okay, yeah.
but it
that's
was
good ending.
crazy. His like he went through
Yeah.
that, and it's like don't
That's
do
so
that.
Yeah, so I get a staph infection in my face. It's not great. This is like right before I'm going into like my next year of high school. I have to do my yearbook photo soon. I sent Zipper a photo of this. He can bring it up. Yeah.
Ah,
So that's what I looked
Dude,
like.
you look 14.
you look like
Oh.
shit.
Okay.
How old are you?
I think I'm
Look like
16.
You
I
look like you're balding
think I'm 16. I look
in
great.
this picture.
I look great.
Dude.
Just besides my face.
Yeah,
So
I
it
wouldn't
was
say those-
bad.
Don't say you look great.
I look great. I was rocking the Weezer glasses. I was wearing the.
Drinking Aquafina back
I
then?
still have that shirt actually.
Didn't love the planet, huh?
And yeah. So
Kinda weird, man.
so it gets really big.
He
It,
sat on that too
it
when he was
hurts.
16.
Come on, man.
On the counter.
I wasn't inserting things into my ass yet. That was later. And it hurts really bad. I have to go get it surgically drained. It was probably the worst experience of my. People ask what's the worst experience of your life. It was probably that
Wow.
because the numbing solution doesn't work. They had to put a needle inside of it,
Mhm.
numb me. It doesn't work on infected areas. So I basically felt the entire surgery.
Oh.
It was one of the. I went into shock, and then I had a panic attack, and like I went to like 104 fever instantly.
Isn't
It
it
was
crazy
crazy.
that shock kills you?
Yeah.
It was
like you get so shocked you die.
Yeah.
it was
That's movie
one of the
stuff.
most scared I've ever been. It was awful.
Yeah.
So that was what happened when I got that infection was I was just literally hanging out one day, and then my lip just started getting bigger, like instantly. And I was like, what's happening in my face? And it was like a movie, like in a movie when like you start changing or something.
You were Veruca Salt.
Yes, I was Veruca Salt. I was turning big and blue and inflated like a
And
planet.
your
Like
friends
Sonic
were
is
just
a planet.
rolling you to the ER, roasting the shit out of you.
You were becoming Mr. Hyde.
So that all happened. Long story short, that happens. I get surgery. I have permanent scar tissue in my lip now. This part of my lip is permanently like very hard and it's shitty.
Cringe.
No problems.
Didn't
That's
notice
why,
it while
it's why
kissing
no
you.
girls want to kiss you.
Well,
That's why none
and
of
you
them
took
want to kiss
different
you.
Demonstrably
that.
false. So
No.
7, 8 years later, however
seen
long
one.
it is now, I'm sitting in my room yesterday. I'm sitting in my room. I'm just on my computer typing, and my lip starts getting bigger again.
You just hear, "Who the?"
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, no, because I know this time what it is.
The sequel.
And I didn't know it was. I took all the medicine I needed to take. I didn't know it was possible. So I'm sitting there freaking out, and I run into the kitchen, and my girlfriend's in there like making us dinner, and I'm like, it's happening again. It's happening. And she's like, oh, and
She takes a knife, throws it,
Yeah.
pierces it, it fucking squirts, and you're fine.
It's so sick that you guys have been dating for so long that you can say it's happening again to something that happened when
Yeah,
you were...
that's
no,
insane.
we actually were not together at
Sure,
this time.
but I guess
we
you've been dating-
it was
yeah.
very
She knows
soon
about
after.
it,
Yeah.
Oh, you were the
Imagine-
guy with the disgusting, hideous bulge on your lip.
Imagine
dating
having
him
to
now.
have to roll Nick like up and down hills to get to the urgent care.
That'd be
Yeah.
so funny.
By the way, Aiden also said if I was 500 pounds that we wouldn't be friends anymore. Is that what you said? That
No.
what
Yeah,
conversation?
no.
Oh,
No,
we'll
no,
get
no,
to that,
no,
we'll get
no,
to that.
no,
Wait,
no.
wait,
That's
wait.
not what I
Okay,
said.
let's
He
That's
said
not
some
what I said.
fucked
He
up
did not
shit.
say
I
He
that.
said
did
some
not.
fucked up
I
shit.
did not say that.
Anyway,
We need to ignore
I
that.
start,
Save it for the secret
I
pod.
start inflating like a balloon, and I get driven to the ER. It's like fucking midnight.
I'd roll you to
I'm
the ER.
so.
I'd roll you to the ER.
Anyway, you know, Aiden left me at the ER last time, and he went home. And I,
No
Well,
fucking
save
way.
it for
And then
the
I
sequel.
Ubered
You
home.
told me I could
Dude,
go.
you
I told-
always
you know
wait
what?
for
You know
the
what? No,
boys.
he's right. You know what? I told him he could go, but he did. And
You
you know what?
always wait for the
I
boys.
waited
fucked up.
90 minutes.
I waited 3 hours for Nieper.
Yeah.
I go to the hospital, and the hospitals are miserable right now.
Uh-huh.
So I went to a hospital that was at max capacity. Every single bed was completely
COVID cases
filled.
are higher than ever.
And they're
Oh,
still
shit.
taking people. And I go in and they're like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, I'm trying to like give them the context, but they're like, they don't even want to talk to me for more than a minute. So I'm like, all right, so 6 years ago, this guy named Ken. I'm like, I'm like trying to walk into the whole thing, and they're like, yeah, just go sit over there. We'll see you in a second. I wait for a very long time. They finally bring me in, and they don't have a place for me, so they put me in a chair just in the hallway.
Dude.
So I'm just in a hallway, and this guy gets brought in who has just had 3 seizures. He is wasted because he's an alcoholic, and he is bleeding out of his nose and his eyes. And
That's tight.
they put him just right next to me. It's like I'm just in the miscellaneous hallway where people go.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, and my lips all big, and I'm like salty. And this guy gets brought in, and he's wailing, he's bleeding, he's telling them that he's drunk. He's explaining this is not his first time
He doesn't
here.
sound like he uses masks either.
It's he has a Confederate flag tattooed on his
No.
arm. Yeah, and
Wow.
his knuckles have "fuck you" tatted on them.
Uh-huh.
And this
Yeah.
music starts playing.
What is this? What is it, Dark Souls?
And his life bar populates.
Yeah. And
Conservative homeless man.
Nick and this guy beating the shit out of each other in a hospital hallway.
Nick's with his giant lip, and he's just like trying to dodge roll and
Yeah.
shit.
His animations.
it actually gets more like a Dark Souls boss because this guy's here wailing. They start hooking him up to an IV in front of me.
Oh,
and,
it's the cutscene.
and I'm like a little squeamish, so I'm like, okay, I'm like looking away. And I'm like, oh, this is so shitty. But I've been here for like an hour and a half, and they still have not seen me yet.
Yeah.
And there's an open door next to me, and there's someone in there. And I said this in the last podcast. I have a very, very bad. I have one bad fear. I have about one phobia in this world, and it's puking. When people are next to me puking, I have to leave. I can't be around it. And when I'm about to, I will freak out. There's someone next to me just vomiting for an hour and a half straight,
Oh.
and it's loud, and they're hiccuping. And
Ugh.
so every couple seconds they're hiccuping, and then there's the miscellaneous like hospital folly that's just like, brrr, and there's like beep beep, brrr, and this guy's like, "Ugh," and then this guy's just wailing, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I don't like staph, if staph hits your brain, it fucking kills you.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm down to go home. I don't care. I've done this before. I've lived. I don't want to be here anymore. I was there for like 3 fucking hours, and there's this one guy. He's like an NPC, like wiping the floors. He's like a little younger than me. He's just walking by, and he says something to
He's
me.
giving you hints to beat the
Dude,
guy.
he literally just keeps saying things to me as if they're hints. Like he walks by, he like picks up a penny. He's like, "You want this penny?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, I just found it." I'm like, "I don't want
Should
it."
have said hello to the old
And
man.
then he keeps going. Dude, he's like 18. I was
Yeah.
honestly was like, "Is this guy a Ludwig fan? Like, why does he keep doing this?" And then he comes back and he goes, "I like your Crocs." I'm like, "Thanks." I'm like, I'm having the worst time of my fucking
You
entire
need
life.
holy magic to
Please
defeat
stop talking to
that
me.
guy.
Please stop talking to me. And then all the while, my girlfriend's in the waiting room the entire time, unlike Aiden. And there's a guy in the room with her who is there, and he's wearing like a full hazmat suit. Like he is like, because they made him wear it because he might have COVID.
Oh my god.
So he's decked out in the whole thing in the waiting room, and he's so mad. He's like, they're making me wear this, and he's telling everyone how mad he is that they're making him wear this. And she's just like, she's so nice. So she's in there, and she's like, oh, just sitting there.
Yeah.
And then he's bringing out his phone. He starts watching a video on how to make tequila at full volume in the hospital waiting room.
That guy rules.
And he's
That guy
just in like a
sucks.
hazmat suit. I come back and she's like whispering this to me.
I can't hear it through the suit.
And I can see this guy, and they make me wait because they gave me medication and they have to wait to see if I have an allergic reaction. So I'm waiting in the waiting room with her with all these fucking insane people in there. And on the commercial on the screen pops up a sex phone ad, like a sex call ad.
No way.
And so on the TV in the hospital, it's like 1-800 get fucked. Like call and you get the first 5 minutes free.
Call and come.
And I'm literally like, am I in a dream? I have to be in a dream. There's no way I'm getting a staph infection 7 years later. There's no way this guy's real. And I go home, and it was insane. All that combined was just, it was the most.
So you didn't even get checked?
Well, no, they ended up basically. The doctor literally was so useless. He goes, yeah, it just doesn't make sense that it's staph. They don't come on that fast. And I'm like, this has happened to me before, and I went to the doctor, and I was tested, and it was staph. This in the exact same location.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's staph. It's the same thing. And he goes, doesn't really make sense though. And I'm like, I don't know
He's
what
like
to tell you.
folding his arms like,
I'm
well,
like,
you're wrong.
I don't know
you
what to
might
tell
die.
you. I don't want to be here, but you're wrong. And I don't have the
He's like,
credentials.
well, it's gay time now.
Yeah, I don't
You're
have
in the gay chair. So.
I don't have the credentials to tell you that you're wrong, but it's just there's too many coincidences. And you know what he says? He goes, yeah, like that doesn't line up. But if you're telling me that you went through that, then I'm gonna give you a prescription for staph. And I'm like, I don't want you to say that.
Yeah.
I want you to
not
say.
The answer you
I
want.
want you to say. You know what? I checked with the boys. We crunched some of the numbers,
Yeah.
and it turns out you have this thing,
Dude,
and here's the correct medicine for it.
He's actually
sucks
gaslighting you.
because that blows, and I would be so infuriated in that situation, but I still feel sorry for him because of the COVID like bullshit.
And that
all
was
the
why I was so
unvaccinated
like
people in the
compliant
ER.
the whole time.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, I can see how I'm the last of their priority. A guy with a big lip is here.
Yeah.
Like I can see how I'm the last of their
Dude,
priority.
it's been like
Big
this for
lip
8 months.
Logan.
When I got my appendix removed, I was also in the hallway, except in Maine, and I was just there. And then I was like walking, like I was rolled through, and I just saw a bunch of people in the fucking wings also there.
You were there at an awful time too. 'Cause that
I was
wasn't
there for
spiked,
6 hours waiting.
Well, okay,
'Cause-
no, this isn't a new thing. This is how hospitals work. If you're not like that's why the hack they say it's like a life hack, but for your actual life is you say you have chest pain, they have to pay attention to you. You could die right there.
There was a guy doing that.
Yeah.
That's what I brought.
I was
him
walking
in.
Yeah.
through, and I
Okay.
was like, "You look like you are from the TV show Shameless," because he was like, "All right, chest pain, give me something good."
Oh my god.
And he's just like any nurse or doctor pulled through, he would just fucking yell.
That's like
at
my
them.
dad. My dad. You just described my dad.
Yeah.
Dude,
If he was in a hospital.
Aiden took me to we briefly talked about it. Aiden took me to the hospital because I had chest pain at like midnight and it wasn't going away. And you know what my bill was for that night? Before insurance was $6,500.
What?
Was
Isn't
good.
that isn't
What
the
is it
American healthcare
post-insurance?
system fucking?
Dude.
Good pussy.
I have good insurance. So post insurance it was like $300, but still,
Yeah.
like it was insane that it was $6,500.
Well, I think they just
I spent
overbill,
a night
right?
in the yeah, it's crazy.
I didn't
spent a night in the
even
hospital.
stay there. I
had,
left to save money.
Yeah. So my plan, it was way back in my old job. I had the same thing. I woke up chest pain. It was extreme. Turned out heartburn happens sometimes.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought I was dying though, and I drive myself to the hospital. They admit me. They want to keep me, and they do. On my insurance, I paid $1,000, but I got the bill way later, and it was $20K
Yeah.
for a night.
so fucked.
and
It is fucked.
I take Zoloft. If you the Yardigans didn't know that, might work for you, might not.
Don't promote
Take
Zoloft to
Zoloft
children.
and Accutane,
Yeah,
guys.
same time.
Together, actually.
Financial
Don't check
advice.
if you
Not
need to.
medical advice, but it is
Just
financial
do
advice.
it.
Financial advice.
I've
allegedly.
been taking it for like 10 years, so it's very me.
I drink a little booze while I take them.
Yeah.
That's how they make Fago. They just combine those two
I
things.
was taking a long time, and I was at the doctor, and I was like, okay, well, I can't go home, and I take this medication. I need it, right? And I need a dose every night. And they're like, okay, we'll get you that. It was billed for one pill at $83.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Fucked up.
You know what's
Somewhere
sick?
Martin Shkreli just came.
Yeah.
So like
In
car
his prison
insurance,
cell.
car
There's
insurance is dope because you can scam the car insurance people allegedly.
Yeah.
If you go to like a
You
Are
could
we like the anarchist cookbook podcast? What are we doing right now?
happening?
Well, no,
Crank
no,
A's
this
are
is-
the strong arm.
this is good advice. If you have
not advice of any
No,
kind.
no, 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 it's
this
not
is
advice.
a
It's not
good-
advice.
this
Don't
is a-
do this.
this
Anecdote,
is a good-
anecdote.
Hi, I am
anecdote.
Mr. Alleged, and I'm here to treat you.
if you get in a car wreck, you can go to like a small repair shop, like a more local one. You know, not Pep Boys, but you can go to a local repair shop, and then whatever your deductible is, they will add that to the total bill, and so then they'll get more money from the actual people.
I worked in an auto environment. It's very scam heavy.
Yeah, and if you or a loved one have mesothelioma, you get a free Nissan Altima.
Yeah.
It's part of the cheat code. If you go in and have both those things,
Ludwig is actually Sweet James.
sweet James.
The worst part about no, not the worst part. Something that happened. I don't know if you saw this while you're at the hospital. Slime just aimlessly messages the group chat, "How are you?" And then I replied like a dill hole. I was just like, "I'm doing good," smiley face.
He didn't know Nick went to the
And I
hospital.
had no clue you're in the hospital. And then I go over, and then like there's a deeper message that was like from your girlfriend. That was like, "He's not doing so great right now. We don't have any information." I was like, "Wait, what's going on?"
I can't believe you scrolled up. That's actually
yeah.
huge.
I heard you deleted it, and I was like, "That's so funny."
The fact that you scrolled up is
No, no,
insane.
I was losing my
after,
mind.
It was after I'd sent it.
The
That's what I'm saying. You scrolled up in general.
Yeah.
You never do that.
unannounced sponsorship project that we have going on right now. There's this insane thing that happened in the last week where Nick posts the draft of what's been worked on for this sponsorship
Yeah, this
thing.
video.
And you come into the chat a day later, you at here say, "Where's it at? We need this. Like, we need to send it to them." And then you go into another channel at here and do the same thing. And if you had scrolled up one message,
Yeah.
you would have seen the full,
Dude,
complete product.
You
that
just
need to
no.
send to them.
You just had
You
to
like-
read your
yeah.
screen.
It's
No, don't Jim Halpert
That's
us.
This is what you guys
a good
get.
Don't
point.
Yeah.
Jim
This is a
Halpert
good
us.
point.
Now you
I
get it.
like
Now
this.
you
I
get
like
it.
this because
Eat my
it's,
shit.
It's
Fuck
not
you.
even a situation where you have to scroll. You literally just have to look at the phone.
It means there's a whole the top half of your phone you aren't even looking at. This is not a bit. This is not a drill.
It's not even a top half. It's not even a top half because there's been no other messages. He can.
Yeah,
it's
but
the
he hits
text-
the keyboard.
It's the
I know.
text right
I know.
above the messages.
Dude, it's
It
fucking.
blew my mind.
You are fucking miserable. It's miserable.
Because even for
Please
you,
be better, please.
Even for you, that one was pretty bad. I was
Here's
like,
the
Please,
thing.
just try. Just try like a little bit, please. Please,
I
Ludwig.
don't need to be better.
Okay.
what?
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
I
You don't.
am getting it done, all right? Look, I'm struggling out here.
What?
I'm
you just
trying
said so
my
much nothing.
best. It's day in, day out.
I don't have a day
Say some
off.
more idioms. Hey, read them and weep.
Dude,
all right.
I'm cutting the mustard.
Fellas,
I'm trying to shoot the
when
breeze.
in Rome.
Yeah, it's not a bit. It just makes our lives a lot more difficult and frustrating. And if you could put a little effort, that'd be great. We still love you, but you know that. That's the problem. You're taking advantage of our love for you, and you're doing a
No,
little
it's not
dance.
love.
You think
It's
Mr.
business.
Beast's core group has this problem?
No, because he's probably paying the guy who has to deal with that way more money.
His slime.
His slime.
Does he have a slime?
He has a couple
100%.
slimes.
He's like a whole team.
He has a
for
team of
everything.
slimes.
But does he have a slime?
I don't think
You know
he
what I
has
mean?
a slime.
Different breed, built
He's
different.
like one human. He has like a team that's a slime.
I'm very neurotic. If he has a neurotic guy, that
You
could
know,
work.
Fairly Odd Parents, like the Poindexters who like calculate everything. He is that. And then I have like
I have Muse trying my best.
Gordon Von Strangle.
I have to build shelves and pay Rad's dads.
Put her name? Timmy Burner.
Timmy Burner?
Like a bird, yeah,
Very
Burner phone.
nice.
Yeah. So
Very nice.
free name out there. Timmy Burner. Go ahead.
I actually
And
get
it's Timmy Turner, and he's smoking weed, and he's with what's her name?
Trixie.
Trixie.
And they're yeah,
Yeah.
you've
So
seen
the
that picture.
teenager
yeah.
one, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's like that infamous one where they're like on the bed, he's smoking.
That's the one.
And
That's
she's
the one,
just
yeah.
tits
We're talking
out.
about that
Yeah,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
I
that.
put out the smoke that shit tweet. Someone, I think it was Mitch. He was like smoking that shit that made my parents fairly odd.
Dude, your tweets. I forgot. I think one of them was like couldn't appreciate it, but your tweet fucking smoking on that shit that made Ben 10
You
made
like
me
that one?
laugh
Me-
out loud.
You like
I
that?
who couldn't appreciate
I
it.
laughed out loud.
Oh,
at
you
that.
didn't-
That
you
is
didn't like that
so
one?
funny.
You
I
don't
didn't
get
get
it?
it.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
That's it.
It's like a me and Nick thing.
By the way, check out the Patreon. We got a bonus episode coming. We're gonna hash out why Aiden ditched Nick at the hospital.
Yeah, more at 11. Why Eamon is the most shit friend?
What the fuck? I was there for
Also, did me and Eamon fuck?
Dude, right now on the Patreon, there is a patron goal to have the yard pick my tattoo, and it's encroaching. Right after we posted the screenshot,
So they get to pick the tattoo?
They get to pick the tattoo
How
that
do
goes
you
on
think
me.
that works? Because
Yeah,
the yard is not a human.
We'll figure out how it works.
Yeah.
I have done tattoos through multiple people choosing.
Maybe a bracket.
It's not very coherent. Ooh, a bracket?
A
bracket
bracket
would
would
be
work.
good.
Yeah, we'll figure out a good
Or
way.
everyone
but
submits an option, and it's any option, and then you put it all on marbles.
marbles is fucked.
That's how we got yours.
It's crazy. As long as all the options, aren't insane.
Yeah,
swap
we have to
goes,
vet the
but,
options. Yeah.
But when we posted that tweet that showed like, oh shit, we got like 200 patrons, and I was like, I thought this would take like a year,
No.
and now I'm scared.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
hey, I'll get it too with you. I don't care.
Let's go,
We should get a matching
Damn,
tattoo in
bro.
Napoli.
dude, 100%.
Is it illegal there, like in Nippon Desuka?
It's not an
I want to get
a
a big tattoo in Italy. This is an artist I've been waiting to go.
Just
to
a big meatball.
Wait, what?
There's an artist
You're
in
waiting
Italy.
for an Italian artist?
Yeah, there's an artist in Italy I've always wanted to go to.
Okay.
And I wanted to fucking let him
They do like good meatballs.
do the shit. Yeah, they
I
only do
used that
meatballs.
joke. You should have said Mario.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Can you cut his joke and then I'll do it?
Splice it back up.
Yeah.
You dub my meatball on his.
It's the Ludwig to Cutie. I just take her joke, but
Dude.
say it with a slightly larger audience.
Yeah.
Easy.
The raw-
Easy.
Easy
That's
print.
a money farm if I ever
Well,
seen one.
is that it? Were you trying to wrap us
dude,
up?
Well, actually, one more thing. Did you see us posting on Twitter about the YouTube leaving
Dude,
thing?
listen.
Was top of LSF.
I know.
Yeah.
I made
I
a
cut
drama
that.
alert.
No, I cut that myself.
Did you?
I said this is gonna be hot. I cut it and then I posted it and I tagged Denny's as a meme.
Yeah.
And then there's an article written about that.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
an article got written. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, let me see the article.
It's like Game Rant.
About Denny's
And
as
it-
well.
and
Yeah,
it's got
Zipper, look up Game Rant,
so
Ludwig.
but, like,
and it's got a
Denny's.
big dude. It's got a big like embedded
There's
video.
probably a Dexerto article too, I imagine.
Also,
Did you
by
get
the way,
did you get
this-
a new phone.
This thumbnail might
No.
be my finest work. The thumbnail that's
Oh,
used
you did this one?
Yeah, I do all of
you
them. I do
told me,
all of
yeah,
them.
yeah. Game Rant Ludwig, and so it's funny because there's a big embedded file of the thumbnail, and it's just me, and it's the Botez sisters,
Uh-huh.
and it looks so funny.
Yeah. They're
yeah.
just like a Dexerto.
Okay, yeah,
type,
here it is.
right? Yeah.
And it's like written really like sloppily. It's just like drama, but
Dude,
they stretch it out into
dude,
an article.
I hate these are the reasons why the beautiful art of journalism is so hated.
yeah.
Well, it's not their fault. I mean, this guy
Yeah, it
might
is.
suck or not. I don't know. But the journalist model just doesn't pay money, right?
Mhm.
And so you have to get clicks where you can. Because it's
Yeah.
kind of fucked. That's why everything pivoted to video. And then
Useless
they pay
degree.
people.
What's up?
Useless degree.
Well,
Journalism,
it's
that is.
useful. The job just doesn't pay.
It's only use. He got everything out of his degree during the election stream.
It's useful for wiping your mouth after eating food.
That's true.
The degree.
Yeah, the
Well,
degree.
that's what I use my English one for.
One time. Only once, though.
I
You
keep the
use
journalism
you
one
can
in
use the
case.
journalism one for your ass.
Or we could paper cut our lips like Jackass with the degree.
Oh, I thought you were thinking like the Joker.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Do you want to know why I got these scars? My 2 degrees. Yeah, I just thought it was crazy that it was top of LSF because there's no information from it.
Yeah,
Although,
it's just you
admittedly,
saying.
people don't know the podcast was recorded before Tim was announced.
Yeah, that's why I knew it was hot. And that's why I posted it.
Yeah,
Because
Good timing.
I have my finger
I
on the
think
pulse.
the post Tim had already moved over. I don't know. I honestly, this is not a lie.
Okay,
I
well,
have no idea who's
All
gonna
right,
move
for
over
the
now.
next for this week, I need more from you, Ludwig. More hot secret gossip now. Give me secret gossip now.
We're gonna save
Okay,
it for
a
the
lot of
premium.
Yeah, we
people-
save it for the premium.
No,
episode.
no, because we have to clip it.
A lot of people have been asking what I'm gonna do because my contract ends in a month. So that was in the other clip, and I was like, that part was weird.
No, that was why it was funny.
That
No,
was-
I
yeah.
was because I don't think it was.
No, because these fucking drama people that have to like
I
make
haven't
their
gotten
living,
out the info.
that have to make their living through all this, they have to use that clip of me being a fucking weirdo.
I am fully on your side.
I am sabotaging their system by being an idiot.
So you're being like jungle audio, like the
No, audio jungle.
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, truly exclusive. I'm an audio watermark.
Damn, son. Where'd you find this?
just keep shouting at the yard Patreon.
LA leakers. You are now in tune.
Yeah. And we'll see. We'll
Dude,
see.
we should have a tag. we should
Yeah,
we should
dude.
have one.
All right, well, so yeah,
I got no info.
You got
I can't leak. Well, I'm not gonna swing one way or the other. I gotta leave all fields open.
Here, I got info, and the end of it's gonna be in the premium episode. Did you guys know that